What's up, everybody? Welcome to Super Retro, a nostalgic podcast about retro gaming, TV and film, music, pop culture, sports, anything dope from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I'm your host, Tuck. That's your host, Will. What's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody?
And this podcast right here is brought to you in its entirety by Salty Water, y'all.
Let's go.
And I see y'all out there rocking with the salty water. And I cannot tell you how much. Oh, my bad. My bad. Oh, shit. There it is. I see y'all out there rocking with the salty water, y'all.
Yes, sir.
We sure appreciate
your
it.
Inner Warrior.
That's right. And it's getting hotter. We've been crushing these things right here.
Yeah, bro, they're gone.
And behind the camera here, because we're on a different setup, the whole mini fridge is lined with the salty waters, y'all.
It looks good over there.
And I really appreciate y'all sending us pictures of the receipts and the packages showing up.
So many people are drinking them, taking pictures.
That's real dope, y'all. So yeah, visit drinksaltywater.com, y'all,
Yep.
and support our sponsors. They've been real good to you boys. Let's pop it open, Will.
All right, then. I like the lime, bro.
Do you like lime?
Yep.
I'm stuck in that orange right now.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on it.
I can't believe my kids, they devour them.
I know. Anyway, what the hell is up, y'all? You're probably wondering what the hell is going on.
We've had an entertaining week.
Why do we have a Sunday pop-up live podcast is probably the question.
Yeah.
Man, it's been absolutely crazy the last 4 or 5 days here in my house. As some of you already know, I posted a video for our YouTube members. So some of them know what's going on. Our cat.
They had a family member missing.
Our cat got out on Wednesday night, y'all. And that's normally, we were going to do the podcast on Thursday, but the last 4 days of mine and my family's life have been spent vigorously searching for this cat.
Dude, some of mine.
What
What the fuck you talking about?
Dude, I didn't even know you were over here looking. I rode down like a street over and like it gets, more city back in the little shady area, the industrial area. I was just riding through there thinking maybe the cat went over there, and I see this dude walking. I'm like, who is this dude? Why nobody's ever walking back here?
Bro.
And it was Will.
Yeah, I knew you didn't know I was even there.
I pulled up on him like, what?
I was like, what up? I was out there sweating.
I know it was
Like,
hot.
Jesus.
But anyway, so we didn't get the podcast in because we were looking for this cat. This damn cat's like a family member, y'all. And it's my wife's unofficial service animal is what we've been calling it all day. My wife was destroyed.
She was way more hurt than the kids.
Bro, hurt. And, I'm not going to lie, too. It's probably the saddest I can remember being in a long time. You remember that time I helped you bury your cat?
Yeah.
I'm out there, before I go out there, I'm like, man, what are we burying this cat for? I'm like in there talking shit under my breath.
Your wife made me a coffin.
I know. And now I get it.
Yeah, bro.
Now I get it.
I had that cat, and that cat was with me back when I didn't have a family, really.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That was
my family. That and the dog.
Yeah,
I hung out with them every day. So
Damn,
when that cat died, Tuck helped me bury it.
Yeah, I did. I did that, but I didn't at the time. I mean, I was coming around to it, but I didn't quite understand. Now, bro, I was tore up. Look, it wasn't last night. It was the night before, I believe. Yeah, it was the night before. I literally sat in the backyard. When I was posting on our Instagram the No Limit CDs and the cassette tapes and stuff, I was in the backyard just sitting out there by myself playing music, hoping he would hear something going on in the backyard.
I'm gonna make him come to me
and pop up, but he didn't pop up, y'all. So yeah, man, that's the saddest I can remember being.
It was fucked up.
Losing a pet sucks for sure.
And imagine having that cat for another 8 years.
No shit.
And then he died.
No shit. And luckily, my son had made some signs. And we hung them up everywhere, and they saw the signs, and our cat popped up just a few yards away, but was gone for 4 days.
Bro, he heard that music and was like, fucked up.
Yeah, he's like, nah,
I'm still out.
Hey, I'm good. But
That was like the prison calling him back.
yeah,
I'm not coming back.
but all is well. And this is why we did this pop-up, because we don't want to miss our Monday morning drops.
Yeah,
you know
it
what I
wasn't
mean?
gonna happen.
We know people are expecting it, and this is the only way we could do it where it made editing sense. There's going to be no editing, so you're just going to get this boom. But I stepped it up a little bit, y'all. I stepped it up on the production side, so you'll see that here shortly. All right, let's get into some opening notes. Thank you guys for being patient. Here we go. I got to go all the way to the top. And, of course, what about you today, though, Will?
Oh, just at the ball field all day, man.
Again.
It's a long weekend.
Ball fielding it all day.
When there's a tournament, bro, you're stuck.
And if you keep winning, then you're
even more stuck. So sometimes you're like, can we just lose?
Yeah.
And then, but I mean, it's fun hanging out with the boys all day. It makes me remember my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because when we win, I'm like, oh, these boys get to go out there and just have fun at a field together, get food at the concession stand. You know what I mean? Just run around. There's like little cliques everywhere.
Yeah.
I was like, God, it reminds me of Germantown.
Yeah. We both played at the same little league, and it had like a culture there.
It was a good, and that's what it's like for those 2 days. It's like that there.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's running around with other little, sisters.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's just everybody's mobbing.
We gotta get out there, bro. We gotta bring the family out, but we weren't coming this weekend. Yeah. We were busy.
No. We was worried at the field about y'all.
I much rather would have been there. Trust me.
I'd be like, they find them. They're like, nope. I'm like, damn.
No, it was great, dude. This morning when we got the call, like that Kiki was back, and some of y'all know the knuckleheads. Yeah,
hey, you know, Kiki's got some views.
Listen. This is a perfect opportunity to tell the story about my cat, which I'm sure I've told it before.
Some people have been saying in here dropping beats. Yeah.
So literally the first day we had him, I brought him down into the basement. I was making some beats at the time. I was working pretty heavily on like I made a couple like lo-fi beat type of albums under the moniker Stay Golden. And I just started like a TikTok page, and it was getting like some traction, you know what I mean? Because people were like fucking with it a little bit. And that day I brought the cat down that we got it, and I had the keyboard up, and I was working on this beat, and he decided he was going to get in the mix, and he walked across the keyboard, and somehow, some way, he hit every single C all the way across the keyboard. And then when he got off of it, he like hit this little run that just sounded good. And I was filming it because I thought I was just going to send it to my wife, like, look, he's hopping on the keyboard. And it ended up being a really cool video, and I posted it on TikTok on my Stay Golden page because I thought, it's cute, a cat playing beats with me, whatever.
Fucking blew up.
Dude, I didn't check it because at the time I really wasn't messing with TikTok like that. I didn't check it for 2 more days after I just uploaded it.
Posted ghosted.
And I checked it, and it had 2 million views. And I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, fuck.
And then as of today, and it went crazy. I had like networks everywhere reaching out to me trying to buy it from me and shit. And it was so overwhelming that I didn't do any of it.
Yeah, I remember you told me you just like you didn't.
I just didn't answer any of the emails or anything. I know we probably could have made a couple $1,000s off of it, but it was literally overwhelming. And I just backed off because I had been through a lot of that shit before. So I was like, I don't even care.
You know what the crazy part is?
What?
It's like your lo-fi stuff was dope. You know what I mean? Dope as hell. But I'm saying
that's what I'm getting at.
You posted a cat video and then you're like, I'm retiring.
Yeah. I've been working my whole life with this shit. I post a video of a cat stepping on a keyboard and it blew up. And then after that, if I would post any of my videos of me just making beats, they'd be like, nah, bro.
Weak.
Where's the cat?
Where's the cat?
Because it got like a ton of followers from it too. So
bro, he just stole your page.
So yeah, so you can literally go find it. You'll see I posted maybe 4 videos afterwards, and he even tried to post some cat videos. I was like, I guess I don't use this page anymore.
Tuck was over like, I guess I'm the cat poster.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny. But anyway, that's the story of Walker. And
bro, you need to make Walker t-shirt. Deviant.
And Deviant's been making wild stuff. Yeah, we do need to make Walker t-shirt.
A Walker t-shirt.
Deviant, he's from our Discord, has been making some wild shit with like Walker all over it. And Deviant, I didn't post this picture in there today, but my son literally repainted one of your graphics you made, the one where he's got like the guest shirt on with the bucket hat. Marshall repainted the whole thing, and it's the coolest painting ever. And he did it off of your graphic, which I don't have that particular graphic in the Discord drops later, but I do have one.
Deviant said 36 milli.
It's at 36. Yeah, it's at 36 million, the video. So yeah, I just was like, and I mean,
that's so funny, bro.
I don't know when that was posted, but it might have been before the podcast, but it was definitely like, well, I guess going to focus on the podcast now.
Yeah.
Definitely going to focus on the podcast now. So, hey, Walker, shout out to Walker. Glad he's home.
Well, you better put a motherfucking everything on that cat.
Oh, we have an air tag on the way.
Put an air tag in him. Make him wear a necklace, a bracelet.
Straight up.
He's on house arrest.
The Mad Ball shirts that we've been talking about. I'm sorry, I should have loaded a picture in here, but I did not.
Weak. I haven't even seen it.
I did not. Yeah, you have.
No, since you changed it.
Ain't nothing changed.
I thought you got a different color.
Oh, it's purple.
Yeah,
you haven't seen it? Oh, dude, my bad.
I'm quitting. I'm done, bro.
Let me see if I got it real quick in here. No, I don't have it.
See how he does me.
But the Mad Ball shirt is like 4 or 5 days away from showing up, and if you're a YouTube member, tomorrow you will get early access to it. And to the YouTube members, I know you guys already support us, so don't feel any pressure just to buy our t-shirts just because we make them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody feel any pressure. It's just there if you want one. But here's the thing, y'all.
I'm gonna get one.
Did a little research on this one. You know the other shirts that we have been selling? They're a little like, the fabric is real soft, and it's kind of like a slim type of fit versus a different, it's like a unisex shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This one is a boxier t-shirt, okay? The Mad Ball shirt. It's a boxier, like more vintage style t-shirt. So it's going to be more true to your actual size. You know what I mean? Like a medium will fit me.
Yeah.
You know how I can't wear some mediums? Like
that's where it's like some of them large is a little snug on.
That's right.
Bag.
A large will fit you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So keep that in mind when ordering, if you do order some. But they should be available to our YouTube members for the next couple days, and then we'll make it live to the public, the pre-order.
I can't wait.
All right, moving right along. And I'm sorry we've had a ton of new YouTube members, and by the way, to our 64-bit members, you guys get that free t-shirt. You get a free Mad Balls t-shirt. So make sure that we have your sizes. I think Will has everybody's sizes, but there is some new ones.
Yeah.
There's some new ones. So if you hear this, y'all need to send us your size via email. So I want to shout out some new YouTube members. We're going to make sure we hit every single YouTube member. Even if you signed up in the past and we didn't shout you out, don't worry. I'm going to go back and backtrack. I just didn't have time to do it today. These are like the last we've had in the last week. Want to give a shout out to Blake Revitt. He's a 16-bit member. DJ Joint and Scott Shawver are both 64-bit members that signed up recently.
Seen that.
So you guys get that free shirt. So get at us. Michael Lovano. I don't know if we shouted him out last time, but he gets another one. He's also a 64-bit member. That's crazy. Thank you. Josh Tucker, 8-bit member. No, not my cousin, but shout out to Josh Tucker anyway. What's that say? Sal 83? Is that G silent, dog?
Yeah, man, that's G Sal.
G Sal 83. He's 16-bit. Vegan Marine 16-bit. Shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. And if you want to be a YouTube member, obviously you can hit the YouTube and anywhere. You can hit the link in the description of this video anywhere you're watching or listening. Which brings me to Spotify, y'all. We are going to switch our hosting service, our podcast hosting service. And what that means is on Spotify, we will be able to offer the same perks to you guys as we do our YouTube members. We'll be able to offer you early access to the podcast, and we'll have a tiered thing where you can also get discounts on merch and stuff like that. So yeah, that's coming. I don't know. It's not going to be it won't be available this week, probably next week. Okay.
So anybody who listens to it initially on Spotify can have the same YouTube experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly. Cool. And sometimes there's a delay in getting the video up on Spotify.
I've seen that.
Because I have to do those separately. Yeah. Now the video will go up right away.
Cool.
Which is what we need.
I think it's cool how people are loyal to certain
Yeah.
Like they like to consume it a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm right there with them. And also to our Apple listeners, I'm working on that as well. They also offer a subscription service, but I was getting a little a glitch when I was trying to set it up last time. So I'm going to go try to do that again. I'll get y'all in the door too if you want early access. Sorry about that. All right, let's get into the show, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Gilmore 2. You see this?
Yeah.
You see the previews for Happy Gilmore 2, y'all?
Looks pretty on par with the first one.
Yeah, I got to say I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm glad. That's one of those where you're like, you're surprised they're doing it again, but you're like, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing that Adam Sandler and Netflix have going right now.
They're just pumping them out.
They are just like comfort food almost at this point.
Yep.
When you see a Adam Sandler new movie on Netflix, all right, I know what I'm getting into right now. I know I'm going to like it. It's going to make me feel all right. Also a little nostalgic because when I see Adam Sandler in anything, I think of him back when he was doing like the comedy albums and all the shit in the 90s, which are classics.
I was listening to him on tape.
Me too. What was that called? What was that? Ask somebody in the chat.
Adam Sandler's his cassette comedy tape thing?
Yeah, I think he had a couple of them, but
Bro,
there's one. Lunch Ladyland. Y'all, what's Lunch Ladyland
so funny,
on?
Bro.
I love Lunch Ladyland.
Lunch Ladyland. Bro, I remember one where he's acting like the talking goat, and they're sitting there and having like conversations, and this dude's doing the goat voice, bro. It killed me when I was younger, bro.
What about when didn't he have like Toll Booth Willie or something?
I think, man,
He was a toll booth person?
Yeah.
A toll booth worker?
Bro. I used a piece of shit car. Yeah. I loved it, bro.
Dude, yeah. So, yes.
Dude, I love even looking at Adam Sandler's whole career.
Me too.
We could have that as a topic one day.
Yeah.
See how he started, like in Saturday Night Live and like Billy Madison, to see what he is today.
His
like
growth.
He's the biggest there is.
Yeah.
And I would have never been like, they're not letting this dude in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when he was so like off the wall goofy, you're like, nah. Now he's like elite.
He has like a lane. He owns that lane.
He owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He makes his own fucking movie.
I love how he's just out there scrubbing it.
He don't give a fuck, bro. He looks like not the dude you think.
Nah.
He's out there playing pickup basketball games wearing basketball shorts.
My man
to
is,
like events.
Yeah.
Like he don't give a shit.
He would go to an award show with.
That's when you know you got fuck you money.
Yeah.
Like,
and talent.
Yeah. He can keep doing it.
He'd be like, you know what? Y'all like my movies.
You know what I think?
What?
When I think of Happy Gilmore, though?
What?
It ain't even Adam Sandler.
What do you mean?
When I think of Happy Gilmore...
Oh, you think of the character?
No. I think of other stuff from the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think of Bob Barker.
Yeah, Bob Barker.
I think of Shooter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think of so much more shit than him from this movie.
Shooter McGavin.
Bro, remember when we met him? I don't even know if you were there.
Where? I know, I remember this.
We had a Villbillies event for the Derby, and I don't know his name, but he's Shooter McGavin. And he's a famous actor. But we were all at an event.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you went, bro, because it was like, we have like so many back then.
Yeah.
We get invited to shit, and some people would go. Because our music group we were in was huge, crazy group. And like 4 or 5 of us went to this event, and Shooter McGavin was there. And it was a free alcohol night. So we were all so drunk that we kept yelling at him to his face. Like, you know what I mean? Like how rude we were kids, bro. We were like 22, 23.
I heard about it.
And like we were going, Shooter!
Oh, it's so annoying.
Sitting there going.
I know. It's
like he looked at us like we were the dumbest people.
That's like what I did to Vince Vaughn.
It is, bro. And like I will just never forget looking at Shooter McGavin in his face and yelling Shooter.
It's like at one time when we were in Hollywood staying at the Hyatt.
Oh, I remember y'all telling me
I've
this
had
story.
to tell this story before on here. Where in Little Richard, Little Richard.
Like that's a weird event where you see Little Richard.
Was living in the hotel on the 2nd floor. And
I would shit my pants.
And he was always out in the hallway for some reason, but we were all the way at the other side of the hall.
See, I just looked down.
No,
like,
and every time we would see him, every time we would see him, Dylan would yell, Little Richard, like loud as hell. It was great. I know I've told that story on here before, but that's literally one of my favorite memories of all time.
I don't know if you have, bro. That's hilarious.
So yeah, Little Richard anyway.
Happy Gilmore too, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know where we were going with that, but hey, Louisville baseball. Will, tell me about it. What happened?
Man, I know Lance is probably watching a little bit of it. We just the College World Series is going on right now, and Louisville got a good draw and got lucky that they had a group of teams where Vanderbilt was the #1 seed overall, and they got beat by Louisville and another team in Wright State or something. And now they're out. So now Louisville plays this other team, Wright State, and if we win one game, we'll go to the Super Regional.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And but the other team has to beat us twice for us to bounce, which you're still a good spot when you get in that. When you get the 2-0 in a regional.
Hell yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted a brief on U of L baseball. I'm not a big U of L baseball fan.
That's why I told you. I was like, now they're going to the Sweet 16, basically.
But you already know.
Put it in basketball terms to you?
Yeah, if they make it to
Omaha.
If they make it to the World Series or the
that's when you make it to Omaha.
That's what I'm saying.
That's when you play at the real awesome field.
I'll definitely be locked in.
Yeah.
And quick NBA note: we got the Pacers, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think that is going to be a great series. I love the fact that they called Halliburton overrated. They did a players poll, and a private players poll, and they voted him the most overrated, and he's been getting off.
I know it.
And now they're in the finals, so suck on that.
Yeah, that's two good teams. Like you watch them, and you're like, they're good.
And I was in like an ice cream shop with the family yesterday, and I had a Knicks shirt on, and some dude walked in with a Knicks shirt and was like, "Hey!"
You're like, I don't.
He's like, "We don't see each other." And then I played it up with him. I was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah!" When we left, I was like, I'm not that type of NBA fan. I don't have like a specific team.
No, you like the
I love
NBA.
the game. I love watching basketball. So. That's kind of where I've been at recently. I don't have a team per se.
That's why somebody was like, "What's Tuck's teams?" And I was like, "Man, this motherfucker's all over the place."
I like them all.
Yeah, I was like, there's multiple football teams. I know you like multiple basketball teams.
That's right. I just like the sport instead of like the fandom of like a certain team.
Tuck's like the Marlins. Yeah, I fuck with the Marlins.
Yeah, I like the Marlins.
I fuck with the Marlins.
All right, check this out, y'all. Okay, so let's move on with the show. Watch this production value, y'all. Come on, wait a minute. Let me get ready. Let me get ready. I got this, baby. Here we go.
You need to hit that.
Oh shit! Time for the fit check. Tell me I ain't got it, Will.
You got it, bro.
I got it, bro. We starting with you.
Making me go back.
We're going back. Look, got the little bed. Got the music bed in the background.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
I got this from a mailbag.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, the home run derby baseball shirt.
That's pretty sick. Yeah. You got
Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, and Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, you did get that out of a mailbag. Class of '98.
That's sick.
And then what you got?
And then I got the Lance Carter Nike windbreaker fit.
I believe we're gonna wear these a lot.
Yeah, this is the best thing. I was never happier when you threw me one.
I know.
Like, oh my god.
I know.
I thought I was out.
And what's funny, I've seen so many people talk about the windbreakers in the comments of like the social media posts.
Like, I mean, come on, this just is nostalgic, just to feel it.
It is. You're vibing.
Like, bro. And
what else you got?
I got just a USA hat, and that's it.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a USA baseball hat.
Okay. All right. Well, as we already discussed, I got that vintage Florida Marlins joint from like 91 or whenever they were an expansion team.
What year is it?
I don't remember. It was on there. 1993.
That's dope.
And I picked this up at the vintage flea market, Florida Flea vintage flea market that happened down on the waterfront here in Louisville, Kentucky.
That's cool, man.
Got a bunch of shit there, honestly.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, and then I got just my Vans hat.
Is that a new one?
That's a new corduroy Vans hat. You know what I'm saying?
Sort of looks old.
That's right. It's not. It's a repro.
I love Vans.
All right. You know what I mean? So, hey, that's the fit check, y'all. Oh, I love Vans too, and there's a Vans outlet right by our house.
Yeah, bro.
So that's not
good.
Yeah, it doesn't go well for us.
Both of our wives love it too. That's what's bad.
And more.
Vans out.
Here we go. My bad. Well, I'm trying to get my
He's
shit
over
together.
Here producing.
Trying to get my shit together, y'all. Here
trying
we
to
go.
read some
Here
of
we
this
go.
shit.
All right, y'all. Time for another fan mail. Remember, I did that. It was comedy.
So you should put that on there.
Oh yeah, as a sound.
Yeah.
That could be our sound bit.
That's
our sound bite
hilarious.
for the actual fan mail can be
Your fucking outtake.
fan mail.
You didn't even tell me you were gonna do it.
I know.
And then I tried to like come with you.
I know.
I
It's
heard you
great.
go. I was like,
Oh shit, it's great. All right, so we do have some fan mail. Let's get right to it. This one comes from a Blake Rivet, which is one of our
New members.
Our new members.
That's fucking awesome.
He says, "Hey guys, just wanted to thank y'all for the work and entertainment y'all give us. I just pulled the trigger and became a member on YouTube. I started
go.
listening to the long form podcast around episode 48, but here now, listen to every single one. Wow, couldn't help it. Y'all speak directly to my soul. I feel like y'all unlock a lot of key moments of my childhood that shaped me to how I am today." Sorry, y'all, I can barely read
I can't
this.
believe you see it.
I'm doing my best. I'm fighting for my life over here. Hey, keep up the great work, and I'll keep spreading the word. Keep it retro. Shout out to Blake,
Let's
y'all.
go, Blake.
That one's from Blake Rivet.
I love him.
Next up, I gotta move this over.
Oh, jam throw.
Next up, this comes from this comment comes via Spotify. From old Jam Throw. He says, "Hey guys, love the pod. I'm from the Ville now, living in Smashville, Tennessee," which
That sounds like a made up town.
he's saying Nashville, but I'm gonna take Smashville because that sounds way cooler.
Yeah, right.
I love all the references from the past. You get my feelings going, thinking about all the things from my childhood in the Ville. Keep it up, knuckleheads, and I'm
That's
glad he
fire.
said that, so because y'all deserve one of these.
Knucklehead motherfucker.
To
Little knucklehead motherfucker.
Bro, you've been hitting them buttons hard today.
I know I'm smacking them.
You made me laugh when you hit the theme.
Did I?
Oh,
Nobody
you
got to see it.
smacked it.
And then finally, this one goes out to Lazaro, which we've shouted out before because how could you forget a dope ass name like
I know it.
Lazaro from Houston, Texas? I want you to know you sent a follow-up email. We did get that follow-up email. We did read all of your ideas, and we will try. We're gonna add those to the bucket.
Yep.
We're gonna add it to the ideal bucket. We appreciate you reaching out and listening and emailing. Shout out to Lazaro, Houston, Texas, baby. All right, so boom, boom. We're gonna get right in.
Get right.
We're gonna
moving
get
along.
right into it. Boom, boom. All right, y'all. Time for another Discord drops.
I love that logo.
Shout out to Deviant on the logo, and of course, Discord drops. If you want to be part of our Discord,
Come be on the podcast.
yeah, you can hit the link of or hit the description of wherever you're listening. There's most of the time there's a good link to the Discord in there, but sometimes it's hard to keep that thing updated
I know
because
it.
if somebody makes a new one or something,
I know.
it cancels out the old
I
one.
saw
so,
somebody saying, I can't get in. And I wrote in there and said, somebody get this motherfucker in.
yeah, I anytime I see it, I'll go give them the right one and then update all the links. Anytime I see someone saying they don't have the right link.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get right to it, y'all.
Gotta love
Up first on the Discord drops. This one obviously is from Deviant. He's the master of the graphics in the Discord.
it. How funny is that? Is that on your phone? I just saw that picture.
One of them, he's made quite a few of them.
Yeah.
And this is in the styling of the old school Yo MTV Raps
The cards.
cards. And it's DJ Walker. Obviously now makes sense to everybody considering the story I just told you guys about Walker. Thought it was great. And what's more symbolic about this one is I took this out of the notes because our cat was missing. I was like,
Right.
I'm not going to talk about the cat when he's missing. Like, it's
Yeah.
the saddest shit ever.
It's too hard.
And so I added it back like 2 hours ago,
That's fire.
by the way. So shout out to Deviant for
Now we can be happy again.
now we can be happy about Walker being back in the house. Next up, this one's comedy. Oh shoot, wait a minute. It's my first day. Nope. There we go. This one comes from Uncle
Ed.
Ed. Oh, is that Uncle Ed?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's Uncle Ed that sends us the mailbag. Shout out to Uncle Ed. It has to be. Uncle Ed 216. He posted this meme in the Discord. Says, Ewoks are just homeless Care Bears who lost their powers and got hooked on some bad stuff.
They are some weird characters, bro.
That's funny because I can see that. I know people that have ended up this same way. You know, they were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. When they were
some old scruffy motherfucker.
When they were 13 and 14, had that baby skin, and then
looking rough.
They found
a stick in a bag over their head.
They found some meth or something. Found some crack. I've known. Never mind. Anyway, pretty funny. Shout out to Uncle Ed.
Yep.
Next up on the Discord drops, y'all.
This one sort of hurts.
This right here. How true is this, y'all? Before YouTube, wait a minute, let's shout out who it's from. Joey Dad Jokes, Joey G. Joey G, he's been a consistent member of the Discord drops that have made it to the podcast. This one says, before YouTube, this man showed us funny videos.
He really did.
Bob Saget on America's Funniest Home Videos was our YouTube, y'all.
It was.
It was the YouTube before YouTube, especially early YouTube.
Think like that you consumed more videos from them than you did anything at the time.
That was it, bro. I waited for it too. When I heard that theme song from The Other Room,
oh my God.
You hear that America's Funniest Home Videos from The Other Room?
That show, bro.
Oh man, it was just, I don't know. It's like food to the soul. It's like comfort food when you hear it. You know, it makes you feel good. I don't know.
Like you said it though. Like this is that. Think about back then. That show was YouTube, and like to give you the idea that you could do this.
Yeah.
Like make a place where just videos are.
That's right.
And look at it.
Exactly. And like when I say early YouTube, I mean because what were we doing at first on YouTube?
Looking at funny shit.
Funny shit and music.
Yep.
That's pretty much all that I recall it being. Yes, there would be, and funny like comedic videos or like home videos, you know? Yep. So, man.
They started the game.
They did. And, there was nothing better.
Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Late 80s, early 90s, catching that theme song from The Other Room was an experience.
Yeah, it was.
It still is. I'll still hear it because they haven't changed the theme song, and my kids will catch it on TV every now and then.
And you know what? It's still funny.
My kids love it.
Funny videos will never go away.
That's right. They show cat videos way before YouTube.
Oh, they did.
So R.I.P. Bob Saget.
For sure. You know what I liked about him though?
What?
Was finding out how dirty he was as a comedian.
Oh my God!
Way after the fact. When I was a kid.
Oh, me too.
He was the most wholesome guy I've ever seen.
And like when he was on Full House, and
both.
And
he
then
was
catching
like the
him.
family man. And then when I was older, I was like.
And that's why it was funny to a lot of people too, because a lot of people knew
vulgar, like crazy jokes. And you're like, holy shit!
And a lot of adults knew.
Yeah, isn't this the dad on Full House?
Yeah.
That's what I think is great about it.
It was a shocking moment the first time you heard
bro.
Bob Saget tell a dick joke. You know what I mean?
You're like, holy shit.
Wait a fucking minute. All right, next up on the Discord drops. Now, I just saw this one and it struck a chord with me just because of who's in the picture, and I just wanted to talk about it for a second. Can you read who that's from? The Hunts. Damn, I got to do work on this. The Hunts villain, y'all. Here, we'll put it up for a second. It says, are we really surprised? Oh, I'm sorry. He says, one of my favorite picks, something about Uncle Phil having a good time with E40 is straight wholesome. And, dude, I could not agree more. Those are two amazing people right there. Obviously, E40 on this show is a living legend and one of our favorite artists of all time. I can't believe we had somebody pushing back one time. Like, how can
about E40?
Yeah. How can you argue E40's influence on hip hop? You know what I mean?
It's like talking shit about Uncle Phil.
And it's normally people that don't like West Coast hip hop.
These two dudes are goated.
But yeah, Uncle Phil and E40, two significant people from my teenage years.
Yeah.
Just I love to see it.
I like to think that they had a good time and got fucked up.
I like to think that they whatever I don't they drank some hurricane.
They're
together.
drinking shit.
You know what I'm saying? They drank some hurricane.
Uncle Phil looks
together.
like he is having fun right
He
now.
does. Uncle Phil looks like he's
and E40 looks like somebody who is excited that he's with Uncle Phil getting him fucked up.
1000%.
You know what I mean?
1000%. All right. Next up on them Discord drops.
This is
Come on, y'all. Who remembers American Gladiators back in the day?
Don't think this hasn't been in our notes for so long, but you just got to find the right way to cover American Gladiators.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't want to cover all the negativity that's been associated with it recently. I haven't even watched the documentary, and I'm sure it's amazing and it would change my whole view on it. But right now, I want to talk about how this made me feel back in the day when I saw it.
Bro, when I saw people do this little obstacle course,
It was amazing.
like it was peak television.
that bazooka right there.
That was so
Come on,
awesome
man.
that they shot. Like you're sitting there hanging in the balance when they turn that corner, and they're like,
And
and you
bro,
see it go and follow the string,
and if you see somebody,
like it has a rope tied to it.
oh, I know. And if you see somebody get blasted with
Dog.
that bazooka, it was the highlight of your night.
Bro, I can't tell you how cool that was to me.
And what about the joust?
Oh my
Bro,
god,
I always wanted to grow up, go on American Gladiators,
knock
and
one of them
do
motherfuckers.
the joust.
Yeah.
And when you would see like the like the contestants win against those big,
Oh, bro.
just cut crazy.
It was so mad, like so funny how mad they got.
Bro, it was like you were up there going against
A
wrestlers.
gladiator. Yeah,
Like, but
it's what it was.
yeah, their style was like WWF.
I like how mean some of them treated the contestants.
Yeah.
Like they was not letting
No.
people win.
It's like we're not friends.
Like back then, you didn't let people win.
oh, and they would maul you.
You're not getting a participation trophy.
They would maul you,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. Oh, you're weak?
How
Watch
has this show not come back?
I love it.
How is there not an updated but still relatively the same version
Because contestants would try to sue.
of American Gladiators? They probably would.
It hurt. You bullied me.
They probably would be like, I lost. It hurt when you tackled me.
Why did you hit me in the face with that joust?
But yeah, come on, y'all. The bazooka shooting,
So fun.
classic. Shout out to Jedi Goalie 41 for that one.
But I want to play that in the background
What's that?
of an episode,
Oh, for sure. We can.
like reruns.
Yeah, absolutely. And then finally, let's give a shout out to what happened to it? Here we go. I'm sorry. This is on the fly, y'all. Remember, we're doing production on the fly here.
Hey man.
Charlie 316, y'all. This came from the Discord, and we have different rooms when you're in the Discord. And this one came from the recent pickup tabs. Bro, and I just thought it was cool, man.
That's a nice little piece.
That's what I'm saying. That's a good pickup. Like if I scored this, I'd be extremely happy because I love collecting old horror. I see Scream in there.
Yep.
I see a bunch of the Freddys in there. Nightmare on Elm Street. I see The Shining, Friday the 13th, Day of the Dead. I mean, this is a real pickup right here. The Scream movies, Halloween, Silence of the Lambs. And, I'm not a huge Scream fan, but I think I'm coming around on it. I think it's getting nostalgic for me. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
when I saw Scream 1 in the movie theaters, it was pretty dope.
I liked it too, but it gave me more of like a teenage vibe as compared to like the old 80s B-roll stuff.
I feel like horror
Or,
back then,
B movies.
like not even so much Scream, but like back before, and like that was almost like peak horror. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. It's kind of like the
To
era.
me, that era was like, it's like the GOAT.
So I got you.
horror.
I know what you're trying to say. So 80s horror is like 90s rap.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it doesn't matter what you do
It seems like you could go
in
to
the future. That's
you,
the
you went
gold
to
standard.
Blockbuster or any little home video, and the horror section was sold out, like out of control.
Yeah.
So like right there, look how many classics are in there.
That's right. And they were all there together.
And now think of horror.
Yeah.
What is there, like 2, 3?
I don't know. I guess that the the way we consume content now has like really taken away the 80s horror film type of movie
They was
or
taking
something.
risks back then.
Because I'll see a ton of horror films come through like Netflix or something, like new horror films, and for whatever reason I'm not locked in on most of them.
I mean, it's just not that many, bro.
And
Like,
I like them. It's It's hard to get my wife to watch them for sure, but I can, if I try hard enough, if I'm interested enough, she'll watch it with me, but I don't find myself doing it that much. I go back to old ones.
Yeah. Think about like name any like real new horror villains.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like that they hit you like Jason, Freddy, you know what I mean? Michael Myers.
What's old boy from Saw?
Even that's still older. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
is,
like
yeah.
now, like man, last couple years, is there some new guy? I don't
know.
People still scared of the Sandman.
I can't even tell you. All right, y'all. So here we go. Here's some production. Boom, boom, boom. All right, y'all. Let's talk about Eazy motherfucking E, y'all. Let's talk about Eazy E. And what I want to talk about is Eazy's album. Wait a minute. Let me get it up. Sorry. I want to talk about Eazy E's album that contains real motherfucking G's, y'all. It's called It's On Dr. Dre 187. Kill 'em, y'all. This is the second EP released by American rapper Eazy E and the last project to be released during his lifetime. It was released on October 19th, 1993 via Epic Records and Eazy-E's Ruthless Records as a response to Dr. Dre's debut solo album, The Chronic, which repeatedly attacks Eazy, y'all.
It sure did.
And you know what? I read that he wasn't even going to... Eazy-E was not going to release this EP at the time. He had another one completely finished. But when Dre dropped The Chronic and all of those disses on The Chronic towards Eazy,
I'm sure he had to read.
Bro, it changed.
Everything.
Yeah, it changed his whole progression. Eazy-E was like, nah, we got some work to do, and
this ain't it.
And
what I just had done ain't it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the can.
Yeah,
and we're gonna move forward. So, dude, I can't tell you how we got to think about what if that didn't happen.
I know.
You know, we wouldn't have got this. And when I think about this album, Eazy-E's It's On 187 Killer, I think about being like, I don't know, how I was 12. I was 12 at the time when it dropped.
Listening to some wild shit.
And I think I read somewhere, I guess in a meme or something, but there's truth to it. Like when you're 12 years old, the music that you are listening to is going to kind of define your musical taste.
Yeah, shape you.
For the rest of your life. Like you'll go other places, you'll discover other music, but it's always going to be like your foundation.
Yep. And
that's exactly how I feel about 90s rap. Like there's music that I love listening to and different new shit, different genres, but that is the backbone. 90s rap and R&B for me are like the backbone of what I really like. And when I was 12, that's what I was listening to. Yeah. This Eazy-E, y'all. Who remembers this Eazy-E right here, y'all? This EP included obviously one of Eazy-E's, in my opinion, and much underrated diss song, Real Motherfucking G's, I might add, y'all. 10 out of 10 on the beat. And honestly, the features on this track are as strong as they come for otherwise, to America, unknown rappers at the time. The features are incredible. Well, it's the knockout definition of wisdom. You know what I'm talking about. Love that shit. And then, dude, when Eazy-E calls Snoop Dogg an anorexic rapper.
That's wild.
Classic line right there, y'all. He says, motherfuck Dre, motherfuck Snoop, motherfuck Death Row. Yo, and here comes my left blow. Classic Eazy-E right there. And then, yeah, call Snoop an anorexic rapper.
When they did shit like this, you thought somebody's going to die.
Yeah.
They're going after each other.
You know, it's interesting you say that because of what happened with Tupac and Biggie, how it never led to that with them.
I know it.
You know, with Dre and Eazy-E.
What's fucked up is they both made money off of it.
And they were beefing. They were beefing for real, though, because Eazy was making money, and he says it several times in that song. Eazy was making money off of Dr. Dre's The Chronic album. He still owned some, he had some interest, contractual interest in whatever Dre would do, and was making money off of it. He even says it in the song.
That's what I'm saying. They were
both making money off of it, but, I feel like Dre and them and Death Row had a real beef with Eazy-E. I'm not sure though. But y'all, give me that nut. Give me that nut. Come on, man. Classic. Down to the Last Roach is one of my favorite Eazy-E tracks of all time. Yeah. I can listen to that song on repeat. The beat's crazy. All of the, the pitch shifted vocals that are throughout the whole song. I love that shit. Makes me feel some type of way when I hear it. Matter of fact, I posted it today with the story that we posted saying that we were doing a live later on. And I couldn't choose between the beefs. I couldn't choose between Eazy-E and Dr. Dre.
I never picked a side.
That's what I'm saying. I was just extremely happy to be around that it was happening. Think about that compared to like some of the beefs that are today. There's been some cool shit with Kendrick or whatever, but I mean, he's battling like Drake. I don't know. It don't feel the same as Eazy-E and Dr. Dre or Tupac and Biggie.
But it felt like you felt like you had two friends that didn't get along.
That's right, because you knew ultimately.
But you were friends with both of them.
That's right. Yeah. For sure. But like you can never explain it you couldn't explain how it felt at the time to somebody nowadays and them get an accurate picture or feeling of how it was hearing this shit for the first time. Because like now on the internet, people are dropping diss songs all the time. They're dropping diss videos of like story videos, like.
Yeah, you know how someone feels immediately, and you hear it all the time.
They're like leaving text posts on their shit, like what's happening.
Back then, you had to wait for an album to come out to know how someone felt.
This is the only way that these artists spoke to us and their fans were through their records,
and that's years, months.
Yeah. So much time would go by. So whatever they were saying, you were believing it. They could say anything on that record, and you believed it about who they were saying it about until that rapper came out and was like, nah.
Let's have a rebuttal.
Yeah. And you had to wait.
6 months later.
And the record process back then was not quick. You
didn't drop something on Spotify Friday.
It was just like, damn, now I got to get the record pressed up. I got to get it in stores. There has to be a marketing campaign for it. Like, you couldn't just drop disc records. So... I mean, it's cool that you can now. I guess it makes it in real time more for what we're like into nowadays and seeing what's happening. But back then, bro, you just had to wait on the diss track.
And I think it was better because they had to legit sit on shit for that long before it came out.
That's right.
Now you can have a bad idea and post it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they'd be like, that's not going to make it.
That's a fantastic point. Like, they
could sit on it for 6 months.
If they released it, they knew it was heat.
I don't know if I should put that out.
They knew it was heat, though, if they released it.
You can get drunk one night and put some shit out, and you're like, oh, God.
Listen to it the next day and be like, nah.
Like, I'm glad that shit didn't exist when we were...
Matter of fact, that wasn't it.
Making music over at the...
no shit.
We would have put out some shit.
Bro, look, when we were doing music, I would literally, if you, and you that had never even been there before were chilling at our studio... You try to leave, I'll be like, hey, you want a copy of everything we just made?
Yeah, we would print shit that night.
Give me 13 minutes. I got to burn 2 CDs. Yeah. Don't move, all right?
Hold on, I got to mix it down.
I drag everything on there. Everything we just made, I'm giving you everything. I'm giving you the shit we made last week that has one verse in it, or it's just a beat or a guitar solo. I'm giving you everything.
Bro, I would leave.
Why did we do that?
I would leave every day for months with new, like whatever was happening that night. Yeah. I remember I would come to you before I'd leave. I'd be like, let me get that.
Yeah.
And you'd make them, and then Tuck would make them, and then he could leave.
That's right. That's right. And I would always be there late because I was making myself a CD. Yeah. But anyway, back to Eazy-E, y'all. We'll finish up here with Eazy. He says, to date, this is Eazy's most successful release, selling 110,000 copies in its first week. It peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200 as well as number 1 on the top R&B and hip-hop album charts in 1994. It was certified double platinum by the RIAA with over 2 million copies sold in America. It remains one of only 2 gangster rap EPs to go multi-platinum, alongside
the homies
Bone Thugs and Harmony's Creeping on a Come Up, which Eazy-E executive produced and also appeared on.
So 2 for 2.
My guy was in the pocket. My guy had the EP situation figured out. He's like, what we're going to do like 6, 7 tracks. We're going to do an intro and outro, and we're going to put out an EP.
Yeah.
Much easier than putting an album out. We don't have to come up with like 13, 14 songs.
That's
You know,
great.
we're ready to go right now. And
Yeah.
this, and Bone Thugs and Harmony's creeping on the come up. I mean, that's what launched them into the fucking stratosphere right there.
Yeah, they
that
couldn't-
thuggish, ruggish Bone.
You couldn't stop after that.
Come on, man. But yeah, there's Eazy E, y'all.
Gangster. I like that cover too. That's just
It's
class.
yeah. We didn't even talk about the cover.
That's class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I had to put it on there. Let's get a little closer look at that,
is
y'all.
class.
Let's get a little closer look before we
I mean,
turn that piece off.
You can't get more cool.
Look,
Like,
he got
go up and sit up against the wall with a 40.
nah. He got some Dickies on.
Yeah, put the one knee up.
Look, he got some Chuck Taylors on.
Probably a Raiders jacket.
The jacket is on point. It's got to be a starter jacket.
Yeah.
It's what it looks like anyway. And then look, he got Old English pouring
Has
out a
to.
40 of Old English. I'm calling it. I can see the reflection with the red and gold. And then I believe he has another Old English 40 sitting back there on the wall. And clearly he's got some looks like some shotguns back there. Is what that
Said some Dickies on.
I believe he has Dickies on. Yeah, I believe he has Dickies on, and looks like shotguns leaning up against the wall back there. Let's zoom in on the shotguns.
It looks like it.
It looks like a shotgun, doesn't it?
And another
yeah,
40.
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say those are two shotguns. As a matter of fact,
100%. Oh, you're getting our video taken down.
Eazy rocking two shotguns, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. What are we doing next? Let's see what we're doing next.
We're gonna do the mini mail.
Oh wow! See, well,
I
see,
knew you
well,
fucked up.
See, that's what happens when I when I run the stream versus our notes. I lose track of shit. So we're fixing to do a mailbag, y'all. We're just gonna throw the mailbags in right now. Who gives a fuck?
I know.
Let me grab them.
That's my favorite shit in the world.
Talk to him for a second, Will.
And a haul update.
And a haul update. Yeah, we'll get the haul update.
Because Tuck actually picked up some shit.
Actually, you know what?
We have procured.
We're gonna wait on the mailbags because you just said the right word, bro.
We just got some figures.
All right, y'all. Here we got to do our switch. You know, I'm working on this. I'm getting my timing down. You know what I mean? Here we go.
Go.
All right, y'all. Time for the haul update, and you already know. Oh, we don't have a music bed for the haul.
I was like, what are you gonna play?
We don't have
I
a
thought
music
you
bed.
made one.
Well, we can. You know what I'm saying? Now look. You know, I always like this as a little bed when we're doing this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, check it out. Hey,
I can't get enough of that.
your boy been busy. At the same place I got this. I was really there looking for clothes, but I knew I've been to this one before, and this guy has a record set up. He has some clothes, and he always has cassette tapes. And years ago, just seeing him there with those cassette tapes is kind of what rekindled my interest in starting to collect cassette tapes.
You
Is
saw him and
seeing
was
this
like,
guy.
I fucked with those.
Yeah, and this was years ago, like right when they first started doing it, back when we were doing like some clothing stuff.
I remember.
So I saw him there, and he always had okay stuff. But hey, I got some absolute bangers from this man. This was last weekend when we went here. Oh, that's not them.
Yeah, I see him down there.
All right, y'all. Listen to these tapes. I'm going to save the best for last. So, right off the jump, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and this is a CD single. Y'all remember the CD singles? This one has East 1999, the LP version, and then Buddha Lovers on the other side.
That's so.
It's just a single. Check it out, though.
I like it. Looks cool,
Come on, you got to see that.
bro. You know how pumped we were going in there and coming out with 2 songs. Know what I mean?
Especially if it's that track you've been wanting.
You can't, and you just put that shit on fucking Pete.
That's all you had. This was way.
Repeat. Rewind.
You don't
Rewind.
You don't know nothing about the CD singles. The tape singles today. They don't. They just go right to the internet. They get a notification on their phone when it drops.
We felt so lucky when we switched to CD and we could just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God. It felt like.
I don't have to rewind it.
And then y'all say what you want, but this is a certified classic. R. Kelly's 12 play. Couldn't pass it up. Can't tell you how much I bopped this R. Kelly 12 play back in the day. Had to be a part of the collection.
I don't think we can even talk about him anymore.
Well, I'm not even gonna talk about him. I don't want to talk about him. I just know that album. I'm here to tell it.
He was banging.
That album is amazing. And then we got the Method Man, and again, another single, y'all. Method Man featuring Mary J. Blige.
Oh man.
I'll Be There For You. You're all that I need. We already know. We've talked about this before on one of our top 5 videos. Of being one of the best. Of being one of the top 5 hip hop and R&B collaborations of the 90s right here. That is the You're All I Need Method Man single.
Fire.
And then obviously, save the best for the last on the cassette tapes. What did we just talk about? How nice of a segue is this?
Easy motherfucking.
Easy E, it's on 187 killer, y'all.
How crazy is that? Let me see it. Haven't seen or held one of these in so long.
Oh, that artwork inside. Pop that artwork out. Dude, y'all remember this? Oh, yeah, look, it's Dre. It's Dre. Look how gangster this is. So look here.
Oh, my God.
So look, Dre, when he was with the World Class Wrecking Crew right here, all like, not how he...
not gangster rap. Come on.
Like, that's not how he was presenting himself with Death Row, right? And
I love
Eazy even calls him out for wearing like lipstick and mascara. But on the other side, look, literally on the other side of that picture, stone cold. This is cold blooded, y'all.
How funny, bro.
That's some G shit right there. Eazy E in the abandoned warehouse with the piece.
I love it. That's some good little pickups.
Oh man, love it. Oh, and then look here we
got tons of those. Bro.
check our salty water stickers out, y'all. These are nice as like decal type stickers. Like you put it on your car, it's not coming off type shit, or on a surfboard, on a skateboard. We got a bunch of them, so maybe we'll throw some of those in with some merch purchases.
That'd be a good idea. I have a few skateboards.
And then Will sent me this damn link the other day, and you know how we just did a top 10 He-Man figure video,
bro.
So when you sent me this, and that's how we've been collecting. We collect backwards now. We'll do a video on something, and then we'll go get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a surprise too. I'm not telling you about it. It's on the way.
All right.
But
you know what's funny is this was a rare occasion where a Facebook Marketplace worked out.
Here, I don't want to hide this.
Hear me?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've sent you thousands of things.
Yeah.
From Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
But neither one of us are like, that ain't gonna work.
We're not pushing the issue.
And I just don't trust it.
I don't either.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going out to fucking. I'm not going 30 minutes away.
And it just so turns out that the guy that had it, we were right down the street from each other. So
yeah,
I was like, cool.
I wrote you that, and you immediately hit him up.
Yep. And he was like, I'm right here. And I was like, I'm right here. Like,
I'm picking him up.
He said, meet me here. I said, I'll be there.
Yeah.
But anyway, what are we talking about? Here you go, Will. Let's roll through these pretty quick.
All right.
So, picked up the OG He-Man figures, y'all. How sick. There's a bunch of them in here, so we're going to go through them quick.
Just to hold them in my hand.
Who's that, Manny Faces?
I can't believe I'm even doing this.
Look, and this is the one that did it for me. This is what gave me the original idea to do that video, because I saw this character and it just like all came back to me. Leech, y'all. Come on.
That's
Come on.
fucking awesome.
Come on, y'all. Leech.
Oh, I just killed him.
Leech. I love this one, man. This is the one right here.
Yeah,
y'all.
he's bad. I remember
He made our list.
This dude.
I don't think they're going to stand up.
Bro, come on. Remember that?
Leech is going to stand up. Let's just leave Leech. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he would do this. Wait.
Boing.
Oh, is it timed?
Wait. No, I think it's just,
no, it's not timed.
worn out. You know what I mean?
How you do it? Oh, well, yeah, it's just old. They're not in the best shape.
Yeah, I could tell it was sort of not in the best. Oh, there is a button on it.
Oh, there's, okay.
Yeah.
And there you go. Who's that? He's
Skeletor.
Yep.
He feels worn out. This is a retired Skeletor. He's old.
And then here you go. Here's this guy.
Oh, his arms broke.
I know. I noticed that.
This dude was dope. This is a dope character. He was on the top list.
What was his name? Lockjaw or something?
Yeah,
Or
Lockjaw.
No, it's not. It's y'all tell us what it is. I forgot what his name was.
Yeah.
He's on. He's like number 3 too, and we forgot his name.
I love Orko. Orko's hat ain't in there?
Oh, is it not?
Come on, man.
Look, we got Mechaneck.
Lance, we need a hat.
Look, Mechaneck.
Lance gonna send us a hat.
This guy.
Yeah.
Did he make the list?
Trap Jaw.
Trap Jaw. That's what I said. Hey, that's what I said. Trap
That's
Jaw.
a hatless Orko. Hey, you damn right it is.
Here, I got a couple of these. Just show these real quick. I got the finale. We gotta show y'all the finale.
I love it.
And this wasn't.
This dude was crazy.
This wasn't. This you said that. What got me? You said it was skunk or.
Look.
Oh yeah. This isn't him. He's not the skunk. There's She-Ra.
Remember they smelled?
Yeah. Let's put all these down here.
That smells like mildew and asbestos.
Okay. And then what's that one?
I liked him.
That's the Faker.
He used to do that spinning thing.
Is that Faker? Yeah. Is that?
Yeah, I think
It's
it
He-Man's.
is.
Yeah, that's Faker. This is actually a sought after one right here. That's a
it's
collector's
He-Man,
item.
and he used to have something right
Yeah, he used to have something on his chest. Show him that one
there.
off.
Cool dude.
All right, y'all.
Spin, bro.
So what really did it for me is when Will sent me the link. It did not come with this He-Man, by the way. This is the He-Man that I believe Lance sent us. It has the chest. I think it was Lance.
Yeah, that's a fire one, man.
But who was number 1 on our list, y'all?
Wasn't
He-Man.
just He-Man.
It wasn't just He-Man. It was He-Man and motherfucking Battle Cat, y'all.
Yeah, he said that was Cyclone.
Bro. Oh,
Yeah.
is it Cyclone? It's not
We don't
Faker.
know what we're talking about.
Dude, how ridiculous right now is this?
Yeah.
How good does that look right there, y'all? Battle
all we
Cat.
needed to see was Battle Cat.
I didn't. That's all I wanted. And Leech. So
Battle Cat is actually the best in the best condition out of
Really?
all of them. To be honest with you, right?
in my opinion, he's
Yeah.
definitely the in the best condition.
Yeah, the He-Man need a shelf now for sure.
Definitely.
Hey, they're not in as bad condition as I thought.
Yeah, some of them are like Leech is in really good condition.
Oh, I mean, I like all. They all look decent.
some of them are all right. So yeah,
We just need Orko's hat, bro.
there's some other stuff.
His
in there,
hat
but,
was my favorite part, bro.
No, we don't have to look at the
No,
rest
I'm
of
looking.
it. Okay. So hey, there it is, y'all. There's the haul update. I don't think we have anything else. Oh, I did get a silver boombox, which is over there, but it's nothing special. We're in the market for like a real boombox, like a real dope 80s boombox that still works. And definitely want one of those. It's just those tape players break down over time for some reason. They just do not hold up well. Tape players do not. All right, what we got coming up? Let me see. Oh, okay.
Hey, I like seeing them in the shot.
All right, y'all. Give me 1 second so I can grab one of the. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Already pre-opened the little bottom on this one.
He peeked, man. You
Did not
peeking.
peek? Did not
Be
peek?
peeking.
All right, so you ready, Will?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Time for another mailbag. This one comes from. Oh. At this moment, it's anonymous. It doesn't say who it's from.
I love that.
Hey, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. What we got? I think I saw a note. I opened it up from the bottom on accident, so I don't want to see. I'm gonna try to flip whatever's in there. There's some. Okay, here we go, y'all. There's a hand-typed note.
Hand tie.
Tuck and Will, I've been listening to y'all since the Speaking Easy
Man.
days. Wow.
We're sorry.
Deep cut. Sorry we put you through that. The Super Retro podcast is one of my favorite things to listen to. Every week, a new memory from my childhood emerges. It's amazing to hear the things y'all talk about and how it seems that all of us that had grown up in the 80s and 90s basically lived the same childhood. Anyways, I sent a couple of things for your collection. Hope you like them. Keep up the awesome work and keep tapping into those nostalgic memories for us. Oh, Mo Olivo, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
That's fire.
I've seen Mo's name, and yeah, I know who Mo is. Yeah, shout out to Mo, man. Let's get right into it, y'all. What we got? Not a huge package, so I feel like this one's gonna go by pretty quick. Oh shit!
It went by.
Headphones ripped out. All right, back to our regularly scheduled.
Usually
program.
that's me that does that.
Oh no, here we go. Whoa, look here. I don't know what this is yet, but it's sealed.
Sealed something.
This is a sealed
8-track, bro.
Yo.
What the fuck?
This is a sealed original soundtrack from the motion picture The Empire Strikes Back 8-track in the box.
Way.
Sealed, bro. Sealed. Show it up.
I have to verify this.
Damn.
How does this exist?
I have no idea, but that is amazing.
No, bro. This has got to be like a reproduction.
Nah, it's not. You can't see that shit.
Oh, the date is like scratched out up here.
Bro, that is authentic.
Oh my.
Show that off.
I'm pretty sure it is authentic, bro.
Look,
How?
a sealed Empire Strikes Back sealed 8-track tape.
Like
You know what? I don't know. I think this is the first time I've ever seen the box that an 8-track tape came in.
I'm guaranteeing it's my first time.
I guess I'm not that old because
By the time I seen,
oh my bad.
By the time I saw an 8-track, it was
Yeah.
already in the car.
That's what I mean. I've seen millions of 8-tracks.
Yeah. I don't think I was old enough to even see when my parents bought them. You know what I mean?
Right, and they had such a short lifespan.
Like that's weird, bro.
Dude,
You can't even open that.
I mean, I'm just shocked at how cool this is.
It's definitely our first 8-track.
It really is. Here, we'll try to set that up too. All right.
God damn it! I never thought I'd want 8-track.
Well, I always pass on them, but seeing a sealed one in the box, that changes my perspective a bit.
That's what I'm
not gonna
saying.
lie. I'm like, damn, do I collect?
Do I want 8-track?
Do I collect 8 tracks now? But I never, I did have a little experience with them when I was super young. Just caught me at the wrong time.
You know what?
Mm.
Now we need an 8-track player.
You already know.
We fucking need I want to put 8 tracks in and play music.
I'm already obsessed with 8-track with old school, electronics.
Yeah,
so.
it's just ways to play music.
All right,
Like
so
you like records, you like tapes,
I'm gonna take this out of the bag.
because your vinyl's pretty good collection.
Oh, the vinyl this morning. I was putting all of the vinyl all together in one spot.
Y'all had vinyl hanging up at your old house.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. All right.
Oh, shit.
You saw it, didn't you?
I did.
Holy shit. Let me show them first before we say anything.
Come on, man. Why? We were
And this was meant to be right here.
we were on eBay seconds away from buying.
There were several in the cart, and we didn't. And Mo, you'll be happy to know we did not pull the trigger on it, but we were
No
1,000%
fucking
going
way.
to. It was still on the docket to take care of. Dude, Atom Bomb Garbage Pail Kid.
Let me see.
That's got to be one of the coolest.
That's top 5, man.
It's got to be one of the coolest pieces we've ever received.
I mean, we got to get something to put this in.
I'm gonna look. You see how I did this up here, Will?
I
think they
know
can
what
see
you're
it.
talking about.
We got to put it in like a shadow box or something. Like that's art right there.
Because that's almost a good enough copy to get graded.
This is art right here.
There's
for
a
me.
little smudge in the top right,
It's
but that's
it's perfect to me, dude.
Perfect.
It's perfect to me. Crazy, and this is one of the first. This is from the first series of Garbage Pail
oh
Kids.
my god.
Any card from that is super
Mo
hard to
did
get.
this.
Mo did this. Shout out to Mo.
Fucking damn.
Mo Olivo.
You son of a bitch, Mo. Wow. That is.
I just want to look at it. Hold up,
Dude
Here.
sent us an 8-track Empire Strikes Back and fucking Atom Bomb.
That's crazy.
Garbage Pail Kid.
All right,
Hey, Mo definitely knows.
Hey, I see what you did there.
No, because they've been doing it in there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Everybody. Christy just said it.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
Bro, these packages, man. I gotta move.
All right, so not really sure what.
Get out of the shot, bro.
I didn't open this one up.
Help.
I forgot that we were gonna do this one. Here, you wanna?
No, I'm
Just do it like that. Here, open that thing up while I do
Who's
something.
Who's cutting?
Open that thing up while I do a little production work over here. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Time for another mailbag. I knew he got it. He got it.
We were always good. Every time we've done it.
Oh, you know what? These things give me anxiety right here. These peanuts.
Oh, dude, they're gonna be all over.
Bro, like I immediately take this shit out to the trash because I know what my kids will do with this shit.
Yeah.
Why is it? It's so.
Oh Lord.
Ooh, when you see that, wait, who'd it come from? We didn't even say who it came
That's too
from.
many, bro.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Is there a name over there?
Nope.
This doesn't say. This does not say. It just says Attention Super Retro.
Let's see.
Hey, maybe there's something in here.
Fair hope.
What?
Here, let's open it.
What is it, bro?
That's a lot of fucking. What is it called? Popcorn?
Yeah. What is this?
It's gonna go everywhere.
That's all right. No.
Oh.
Can you see
Oh
it?
my God.
What? What?
I saw it.
Did you?
I saw a name. And it's that guy's name.
This Ernest?
Yeah, it's Ernest something.
Okay. Here.
Just take it.
Okay.
That's it.
Is there anything else in there?
It.
Yeah, hey, do me a favor. Put
Get
that
this
over
thing over.
real slightly. Don't.
Yeah, that damn hat fall.
Hopefully that's all that was in there. If not, hey, if we miss something in there, I'll make sure we dig through it later.
Yeah. Damn.
And we'll hit it on the next one. Damn, son, there's a note in here, so let's try not to.
Dude, be careful, cause that's old. I can tell.
Oh yeah. Okay, here's a card,
Oh,
y'all.
my gosh.
Super retro on the card.
Oh.
Let's see what we got here. It says you're the best. No, you're the best. All right. Dear Super Retro, every generation has its moment. Wait a minute. You know come on now. I gotta get the music. I can't.
Set the tone.
Dear Super Retro, every generation has its moments, but it seems that the 1980s and 90s were far better than the past.
We agree.
Growing up back then was a real joy. Ernest needs to go back close to home, stay fresh, and keep up the great work.
No way.
Ernest needs to go back home. What does
He's
that
from
mean?
our home. He's from Kentucky.
Peace, Kelly Smith, a.k.a. Kellogg's, a.k.a. Smelly Kelly, a.k.a. Indy Hills. P.S. Don't try the Batman gum. It sucks. Ernest still works.
What does that mean?
Holy shit. Did they?
I know what it is.
Oh, it's Smelly Kelly. Shout out Smelly
I know what it is. I've seen this on eBay.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we're getting into it. Okay. Oh, so it's more than just.
It's not just Ernest.
No, dude. No way. A New Kids on the Block.
Bro, look how.
CIB, y'all.
Look at all of it.
I don't even know what to say. That is absolutely amazing.
Bro, look how retro. Look at the side of it.
I know, dude.
Every one of them's picture.
Holy shit. In the box,
Look at
action
that,
figure. It's Joe. It's Joe. Let me see Joe on the side of there.
How funny.
Let me
is
see
that?
Joe on the side. Oh, it's Joey. It's Joey.
Look how.
That is
fucking hilarious.
comedy, dude. Wow. What's the date on this dude?
I know it.
Look at this little setup it comes with. You can get a phone, a radio.
A Walkman and a mic.
I gotta find a date, yo. 1990, y'all.
Oh my god.
Here, put that off to the side. That is great. That's cool. Like a little POW in
Batman.
this styling of a comic book.
Yeah, it's Batman. It's fucking dope. It's got the Joker on it, Batman.
Oh, bro, I see some more shit. Holy wow. Here.
Oh no.
Look at those. Oh, wow. You got some Batman cards.
Bro, no way.
You got some Batman collectibles.
Yep, these are Batman cards. Fucking TNT Poppets,
Come
bro.
on, man.
I can't believe we ain't talked about this.
Top tier 4th of July type activities right there.
The most fun I've ever had throwing little explosives at my friend's face.
Oh, and it was totally acceptable. You guys
You
knew
could
it
pop
was
them
on.
on their head.
Yeah. You knew it was on.
It
yeah.
didn't matter.
I used to get the back of my head nailed with those all the time.
This is one of
and
those
likewise.
things you tried to make. You wanted it to hurt, and it didn't.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I would
tried
do them
to
in my finger. I would do 2 together in my
Yeah,
fingers.
you try to find ways to hurt people with them, and it never worked.
Nope. It always
Nothing
just,
you did.
It was more annoying than anything.
It was just a noise.
That's right. That's a good memory. Oh shit. Wait.
TNT fucking Poppets, bro.
Dude. Stink bombs.
No way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who remembers
No way.
the stink bombs, y'all?
I remember.
Those are they're little glass those are little glass bottles that you break.
This was unhinged when people were fucking.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Look at all these stickers, dude. Look, some In-N-Out burger stickers.
Let's go.
Dude, I'll put one of them on the table right
When
now.
the fuck are we getting it in and out?
No, you know that. Hey, no, I don't even want to ask anybody to sell us In-N-Out because they for sure will. Ooh, look at that.
Oakland A's, baby. I also one of Tuck's teams.
Exactly. Hey, you know how every male figure from the 80s was my dad?
All of them are his team.
Hey, every team from the 80s and 90s, those are my teams.
He's over with a Marlins shirt going, the A's are my team.
I love all of it. I'm like, you ever watch Gilly and Wallow, the $1 Million Worth of Game? Wallow switches every single time. He's got a different team. He's like super fan.
And I got so much. I got like a Yankees jersey, Lou Gehrig, and I'm like ashamed when I wear it.
Oh, I'm not. I would
No,
not
I mean
be.
like that's how different we are.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm such a Giants fan. I feel like I'm fucking.
Yeah, I can't wear it.
I can't believe I'm wearing.
Hey,
it.
I'm cheating on my team.
I hate the Yankees, but I love Lou Gehrig.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, Bandai,
Hey man,
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the freaking package from 1994.
I wasn't a huge Power Rangers guy.
I
but
was, man. I
I'm
gotta
saying
say.
that to me still cool as shit.
Oh yeah, it's because we were just a tad bit older when it came out, but I still liked it.
Dude,
I still would watch it.
I won them all.
That's insane.
I won every one of these.
That's sick. Here, can we?
Can we get all of these?
I'm sure we can.
And the evil space aliens, bro. Look at them. Look on the bottom,
Holy shit.
bro.
I gotta sell that.
I won every one of them. Come on.
You gotta admit, that's sick as hell in the package.
It really is.
That is sick as hell.
Very good display. Come on.
That works for me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All right, we ready?
Dude, this feels... So, this gives you a feeling.
Pull it on now. Oh, my God.
Hold on, bro.
Yet another...
I gotta do respect to him, bro.
Oh, wait. Oh, my God. It's got a string.
I know.
Go ahead.
I know what it is.
Yo, pull it.
Oh, should I do it near the mic?
No, yeah.
Hold on.
Ernest, y'all, in the pack.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
he died.
Oh,
That
I heard
sounded
Ernest in there.
I heard his voice.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's because it's getting caught on that box.
It's Ernest.
Here, wait.
You might have to take him out.
No, we ain't taking him. There we go. Watch him now. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Dude,
Ernest in the box.
dude, I love it, bro.
We have some
It says, "Hey,
ridiculous.
Vern, I talk."
We have some ridiculous
Hold on, I gotta
figures
show it.
in the box. Yeah, get it up there.
Look at this dude, bro.
That makes me so happy. I love that
Look
there
at
is
this
this
dude,
Ernest
bro.
theme associated with the show now, because we talk about him so much.
Man, there's not many people. There's not many people from back then that is higher on my list than Ernest.
Right, that rank higher
Know what I
as
mean?
far as the
And
impact.
I know that's not the same for everybody, but to me, Ernest was a huge part of my life.
I put him up there with anybody else, you know, as high as like Mr. Rogers or Pee Wee Herman or, you know, Reading Rainbow, that type of shit.
Yeah, he was such a huge part of growing up for me.
I mean, perfect childhood entertainment.
And it was almost like he wasn't nationally known. You know what it felt like?
Yeah, yeah.
It felt like he was sort of like on the precipice of being big.
Yeah.
Like he was in the shitty little movies.
Yeah.
He wasn't on, you know, but he still, like, to me, that's why, like, he was so famous back then in a time you didn't get famous. You know what I mean? He was on commercials and shit.
Yeah.
And
Save a lot,
somehow
like convenience store
created
commercials.
a character that became huge.
Yeah. And that's so funny. I was talking about him the other day.
I know it.
The Mr. Stereo Girl. They're right here. Here he is right here.
I loved it.
That's Ernest right here.
That ain't Ernest.
Hey, that's Jim Varney.
That's
right
Jim
there.
Varney.
That's Jim Varney in a DeLorean.
Come on now.
Hey.
That's a great fucking pack.
That mailbag was amazing.
Unbelievable. Both.
So thank you guys so much for those packages.
We got an Atom Bomb, an 8-track, and fucking Ernest
Power Ranger.
Yeah, Ernest CIB, Power Ranger CIB. Get the fuck out of here.
Incredible stuff, y'all. Incredible stuff.
And we still got so many over there.
Oh, I know. Man, we can't do another one. But
I want to do a whole
of
podcast where we
mailbags.
just open shit.
We're getting caught up, though.
Yeah, we are.
We are getting caught up. That's a good feeling, though. It doesn't
is.
feel like we're letting people down.
Let's go.
All right. Well, moving right along.
Proceed, sir.
You want to go here?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. You want to introduce it, Will?
Sure.
All right. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
What's the dumbest shit you ever did as a child? One of the dumbest crimes you ever committed? Because I know there's thousands of stories from these knuckleheads where you did something so stupid.
Little knucklehead motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a knucklehead moment
Absolutely.
where you're like, I'm pretty good. I could have went to jail.
I'm glad that there weren't cell phones, there weren't the internet, and all
then
of it.
you did something so wrong that you were happy you were a minor. You know what I mean?
I got the ultimate.
You're like,
I got the ultimate.
you're like, and your parents look so disappointed in you.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, there was it was me and my cousins. And
He said, well,
like we were sitting down. I'd say it's 3 houses down from my house.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in like where an alley like runs into another alley.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it kept going. So there was this one house right on the corner, and there was just a bunch of rocks out front. And this dude's house just happened to have like 25 windows. You know what I mean? Like how a house would have like squares all throughout the whole front of the house.
Yeah.
And we just was sitting looking at it and looked down at the rocks and was like, yeah, bet you can't hit one of those. So we just sat and threw rocks into every single window. I don't know why.
You know what? I think a lot of people can relate to being a kid, especially if you grew up in the city, and busting out some windows on an old abandoned warehouse or something.
And check this. So we sit there, and we were all baseball players, so we fucked that house up. You know what I mean? Like, we looked up, and there was at least 10 or 15 broke. And tell me why this motherfucker pulls up.
Oh, no.
And we just sit and look at him, and he's like, who did this? And we were like, some kids, they ran that way.
Oh, my God.
So this motherfucker takes off down the alley looking for him.
But it was you.
So me and my 2 cousins went home and was sitting like inside, like
scared to death.
All of a sudden,
oh shit!
He knocked on the door and knew we did it.
Dang.
There was no other.
How many windows did y'all break?
At least 15.
Oh my!
And that was
God,
one of the and that's a rare time where I got the belt. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And like I look back now as an
you
older
deserve
man,
that shit.
He should have whipped me.
You deserve that shit.
Like there's not a time. That's why I know I had a good father.
Yeah.
Because there's not a time where he whooped me.
Yeah.
Where I felt I didn't deserve it.
Looking back on it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah.
How old were you?
8.
Okay.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Launching them. Fuck, I'm sorry, guy.
Launching them.
I'm sorry.
So, mine is not as, I wasn't 8 when I think back to because, man, I did some wild shit back in the day with some of the people I was hanging out with. But you know, I always had like a level head. You know,
I knew it was wrong.
Yeah, I knew sometimes when I was in like some situations, I was like, damn, I probably shouldn't be doing
this. Is bad.
Yeah. One of those times was, I've probably told this story as well, but it's relevant right now and it's hilarious. I tell it a lot. When I was like 17 years old, maybe 16, I always hung out with older people in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like all of my friends had just turned 21 and I was like 16, 17. For whatever reason, it's just because there was no one else on my block to hang out with, and that's just who I hung out with. And there is a go-kart track here in Kentucky, just outside of Louisville, called Kart Country. And, you know,
I remember Kart Country.
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah. And, you know, we were doing our thing. We're like, all right, you know, it's a Saturday night or whatever. Let's hit, no, it was Friday night actually. Let's hit Kart Country. Sounds fun. So of course, you know, we had to stop at the liquor store and dude, this is so corny, Will. Check this out. We got Alizé.
It's fucking hilarious.
Tupac had us gassed up. We got some Alizé. That shit is trash. But at the time, it was where it was at. So I had this, you know, it was in a bottle like this, you know, like a fifth of Alizé. And we went out to this go-kart track and I had a little solo cup. Poured me my cup of Alizé and I swear to God, took one sip. First drink I had had of anything. Hid the cup behind the dumpster. And did our thing at Kart Country, having a blast, right? Riding. We rode the track a few times. Dude, as soon as I get off, I look over by where you get off of the cart and kind of exit and then decide if you want to do it again or go in the shop or whatever. There was 3 cops standing there. Like, dude, what's going on? And you could tell they were waiting for us.
Yeah.
So we walk up, me and my other buddies, and they're like, whose alcohol is this? And it wasn't just mine back there. We all were setting our cups of alcohol behind the dumpster. And we're like,
that was a move back then.
We're like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, well, we know it's yours. We watched you guys take drinks of it before you got on the go-karts.
No, you didn't.
And I'm like, man.
That's what I'd say. So
they arrested all 3 of us. I believe it was 3. It was 3. Arrested. I'm going to do air quotes. Which will make sense in a minute. So they take us to the station, and we get to the station, and, you know, we're in this holding area, all 3 of us, and they start asking a bunch of questions. They find out that I'm only 17, and they're like, oh, man. Like,
You're
we don't have
trouble.
They said, we don't even have a juvenile center. And I'm like, well, what are we arrested for? We got quote, arrested for DWI, driving, or I don't know if we always joke and say I got a DUI on a go-kart, which I did not because I wasn't even drunk.
While intoxicated.
I wasn't even drunk. I literally took one sip. And that's what they were threatening me with. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the other 2 dudes, one of the dudes, he was pretty sauced up. They come in there and they're like interrogating us or whatever, like, all right, well, hey, little man, if you 2 are going to stay in jail all week, and pointed to my 2 friends that were 21 years old, and they both got contributing to minor charges.
Wow.
Because I was 17. So that was great. And so they take them out of it because one of them got all belligerent and got pissed at me and all kinds of shit. And then before they did, though, he said, all right, you and little man, we're going to give you one chance to call your mom. And if she answers, she can come pick you up. But if she doesn't, you're going to go to the neighboring county and you'll be in there until Monday. And this was Friday. God, and the dude that I was talking about was sauced up. He's all like, oh, I wish I could call my mommy. Like, dude, he was going in on me about, you know, how I was underage and I got to call my mom. My mom was a bartender and worked in a loud-ass bar. The chances of her picking that phone up were 0. Is what I felt like. I was like, well, this is not good. Because I've called a million times to where she worked and they wouldn't answer. And that was a thing, too. Remember you used to call where your parents worked like it was no big deal?
Yeah.
Or a restaurant where they were eating?
You called anywhere that they might be.
Didn't matter. I'm calling. Hey, is my mom there?
Are they there?
Is Linda there?
I like that you didn't know where people were.
Right, but I knew where my mom was at, and she answered the phone on like the 7th ring. I told her,
Mom,
she came out there and picked me
I
up,
need
y'all,
help.
and I got off pretty much scot-free. You know what I mean? I
That's
didn't get any
fucked up.
charges because, again, they did breathalyze me. Like I said, I wasn't DUI in a go-kart,
Bro,
so
you-
I didn't get any charges. Your boy got off, but dudes I were with, they got that contributing to a minor charge. Sorry about that, Gary and Paul.
Bro, you out there drinking Alizé, driving go-karts.
Oh, man.
Y'all went out there to drunk drive.
What were we doing? What was I doing? The ride there was terrifying. Dude was going 90, 95, swerving in and out of cars. I'm sitting there thinking, well, this was a mistake. And it was far out, too. And at the time, it seemed like it was an hour away. You know?
Bro.
It was really only like 30 minutes away, but it was not fun.
Yeah, so I'm sure some people have some stories of the, stupid crime they committed as a child.
Oh, man. And that's just one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just one that I want to share. All right, let's move on. All right, let's do... All right, y'all. Who remembers these TV stands from the 80s and 90s back in the day?
We called them TV trays.
TV trays, yeah, my bad. Let's do that again, y'all, because this might get used on social media. All right, y'all. Who remembers the TV trays from the 80s and 90s?
This is when it became a staple
Oh, man.
to not eat at the dinner table. You know what I mean?
That's right. It was acceptable.
Where it changed, where there was a time where you were at the table. I mean, even still happened then, but there was a special night where you're like, let's get these trays and go watch a show.
And dude, we had these exact ones.
Yeah, I think everybody did.
It had the brass legs on them, and
they would always break.
Oh, man. And I can even feel what it felt like to put them together.
Bro.
You know what I mean? That you
Me
would
too.
pop them into place. They would fold, and then you would pop them up on the little...
Hey, so convenient to get out of our way and then just pop up.
Become a table, baby.
Bro.
Yeah, the TV trays from back in the day are as nostalgic as it gets. Do people even have these anymore? Do
No.
people do TV trays anymore?
Bro, you sat and watched thousands of hours of television.
I can't tell you if I've seen a TV tray in somebody's house in the last 20 years.
I feel like I want to start eating on one.
I know. I'm going to change the game.
I'm going to change it up.
Hey, if you walk in my house and see me eating off a TV tray, mind your business.
Yeah, it's almost like my son sitting over in his little high chair.
Yeah, and then look, when I was doing a little bit of research, which is a hilarious thing to say, I was doing research on TV trays. Y'all remember these joints right here?
Had it.
The metal had it, bought it,
The kid TV trays, that's where I grew up.
Right.
And there's one that I had,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember it.
But if you saw it,
I searched the fuck out of eBay looking for it.
you did.
I don't remember even what brand it was.
But you remember
But
something.
I remember having a go-to
Mm-hmm.
that was over. I knew where I can even visualize where it was
Mm-hmm.
in a house that don't exist.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I know
But
what you
I
mean.
can know where I put it.
Right. See,
And-
hey, that's your memory working hard right
yeah,
there.
and it's faint.
That's right.
And I can't remember. That's not it. You know what I mean? But I
Right.
know I had that after
Right.
this.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember it.
Hey, Google TV trays, 80s
It
and
was
90s.
definitely 80s.
And even 70s because it may have been printed in the 70s.
You're right. It might, because it was
And-
early.
That's right. And these were lower to the ground, too.
Low as fuck.
You
I was
could
a
just set it
kid.
over your lap.
I would sit that TV tray down and eat biscuits and gravy and eggs in the morning watching the Sunday cartoon. The Saturday morning cartoon.
Absolutely.
I would watch the Cartoon Express
Oh, man, that's exactly what I think of when I see that TV
Me
tray right
too,
there.
bro.
I think of wrestling, too.
on a big ass TV. What was cool was because the TVs were so big,
They were on the floor.
they were on the floor.
That's right. They were
And
wooden
it was
TVs
like
on-
me watching a movie theater.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Talking about how big the TV is as compared
Yeah.
to where I was on the floor.
Yeah.
It was like this.
That's right. I wonder if that's why TV trays got phased out because of the TVs changed. They
went up
became
top.
on the wall.
Then they were as tall
And they
as
were
the
too
oth-
far
the
away, and
first one.
you weren't like they used to be face level with you. You're
Yep,
right.
That's what I'm saying.
Even when they were on the TV stand.
It was like watching a big screen on one of them old ass TVs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
They were cool, man.
Well, hey, y'all, there's a bit about TV trays. Who remembers TV trays
Everybody.
from back in the day?
Yeah, they ended up turning into rolling trays, just what Joey said.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They were perfect rolling trays.
All right, let's see. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
I'm gonna have to go look at a bunch of those.
All right, y'all. Who remembers the ball pit from the 80s and 90s,
Bro, when
y'all?
this shit came out,
Yeah.
like everyone like hoped for the day that they would get to jump in a ball pit.
Oh, man.
Know what I mean?
If you saw the ball pit at the establishment, the excitement meter immediately went up.
I remember
y'all.
there was a long time in my life where I didn't think I was ever going to jump in one.
What do you mean?
They wasn't around. I didn't see them.
That's right.
Like, I mean, once I saw one, I was like, oh my God.
Do you remember McDonald's having ball pits?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I was way older though.
Yeah, see, no, I remember them. I remember them in the late 80s.
Bro, when
But-
I went to McDonald's, they didn't even have a fucking, there wasn't even a playground.
Damn. Some of them around here have.
I'm saying when I was a kid.
Oh, when you were little.
It didn't happen for a while.
Oh, okay, I got you.
There was like little seats, little hamburglar seats and shit.
Oh, yeah.
But there wasn't
on
a,
the spring.
There
Remember the
wasn't
shit on
a
the spring?
playground per se.
But look, the ball pit, y'all, at Chuck E. Cheese is
Yeah.
where I
think that's my first.
it was where I think a lot of us were exposed to the ball pit. Come on, man. I think everybody loved the ball pit. It smelled like plastic,
Yep.
feet, ass, pizza crust.
Because you was in there with just randoms.
That's right, and just downright disgusting. Honestly, when you really look back on it, which is why they were phased out, is because how gross they are.
Got that herd immunity, dude.
Yeah, you got that. Hey, this is why my wife will look at me and be like, the whole family will get sick, and I won't get sick. She says this to me a lot. She'll be like, everyone got sick, and you didn't get sick. You never get sick. I'm just gonna start looking at her and be like, the ball pit.
Yeah, herd immunity.
It's the ball pit. I was exposed to everything on the
You
planet.
should look at her and be like, I'm from the gutter.
I've been to the bottom of the ball pit. Don't believe me. Hey, you'd come up. You jump in the ball pit and go all the way to the bottom. You come up just a few minutes later, what felt like hours.
You see a kid there almost drown?
Yeah.
Like-
He needs help.
He's down there.
You got to
You just see
rescue
little
him.
hands.
Look, you come up with like someone else's Band-Aid stuck to your forehead.
Bro,
You know?
you'd hit people you didn't know
Oh,
on accident.
Hey, some big dude hop in there that didn't see you at the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's what I'm saying.
And just destroy you.
Bro,
Look, every time, it was like every time the, deep sea marine biologist will go deep sea,
they'll find something.
they'll find a new species. It was basically like that. Every time you went down to the bottom of a ball pit, you found something slimy, something
Bro.
green, something halfway alive that you had never seen before.
Nothing worse than losing something in there.
Oh, it was gone.
Like if
Give it
you
up.
had something in your possession, good luck.
Yeah. In your pocket,
Yeah, anywhere. Yeah,
No.
if you were holding something somewhere.
it's gone.
Yeah.
And but just like everything else in the 80s, y'all, it was a good time, but it also compromised your health and your safety.
Hey man,
And
it was worth it.
but I'll be damned if I wasn't front flip, belly flopping into it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't care. But it was phased out, like we said, because of the it's basically a petri dish of germs and bacteria.
Bro, I got a ball pit in my upstairs room.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, they sell the smaller
A big
ones.
one for
Yeah.
them little. The kids will still flip in it.
Yeah, it's much different than a Chuck E. Cheese or McDonald's.
But like even still, my 2-year-old will walk up to it and it's about like here to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll straight flip into that motherfucker violently.
Dude, well, we have to talk about something that happens at your house every time I'm over there, and it's just the
It's
coolest thing ever. Wait, the coolest thing ever for these kids, bro. So these houses, me and Will used to live next door to each other. These houses have these super high ceilings, like
Big,
20-foot
like, front
ceilings.
room.
With like a loft area where all the bedrooms are at and shit like that. So just a massive front room. It was
It's like a great room.
yeah, it's really cool. It's like the coolest feature of the house. And you'll walk into Will's house. I'll walk over there to get my kid. I'll stop by to pick my kids up because sometimes we pick each other's kids up and let
Yeah.
them hang out. And there will be a full blown. I'm not exaggerating. A full size blow up bouncy house blown up in his living room, y'all. Kids going absolutely insane. A massive one, not just like a one where they jump.
Yeah.
This
There'll be
thing has
6 kids in it.
slides. It has obstacle courses and shit. Like, it is insane.
Basketball
dude.
hoop.
Yeah. So
When your kids and my oldest are in there, it fucking shakes our house.
it gets, I've been in there before where they're like jumping off of like staircases
flip.
into it. And I'm like, this seems dangerous. Somebody's going to get hurt.
They're old and they all get hurt
Right.
every time.
Yeah. So that's a visual
Yeah.
that you will see at Will's house,
It's pretty fun.
Is
And
a
it's
full-
my wife, man. She's crazy.
which I think is awesome.
Yeah, she
you know?
has. She lets them have fun.
And what's funny, you'll be in the other room or something, and you'll just hear, because they'll also turn it off, and it'll just be a big like
Yeah,
right in the middle of the floor.
They like to turn it off when when people are in it,
Yeah,
because then it just starts falling down the slide.
and then you'll hear it turn on from the other room, and it just blows up, and it goes all the way up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Man, it is absolutely huge. Y'all.
The other day, your middle son was stuck in the middle of it when they turned it off.
Oh yeah,
He couldn't get out. He was like, "Help!"
help me! But yeah, the ball pit from back in the day. How
Yep.
gross! How fun! You know, it's all of those things.
Yep.
You know, but you don't see them anymore. I can't tell you the last time I've seen one in public.
It's
You see-
cool. Yeah, it's cool to have your own
At your
'cause
house,
You
yeah.
get your family anyway.
Yeah. So the ball pit.
Yeah, come on.
All right, let's move on. Let me see. What else do we got? What's our time looking like, Will? We're
11:19.
Oh, we're virgin on 2 hours. We're virgin on 2 hours. We may have to skip some stuff. Let's see what we have left.
Still, it's been fun.
It has been fun. Yeah, I think I'll skip this one topic and save that one for the next one so we can hit our last topic here. Let's get to it. Let me get the notes up. Sorry about this, y'all. Boom, boom. All right. Here we go.
That's a good one though.
What's that?
That one you just popped up.
Oh, the ball pit?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, y'all. Let's talk about the top 5 albums of 1996, y'all.
Man, that's a banger.
Man, these right here are based on cultural impact, critical acclaim, longevity, influence, sales, and chart performance. And, you know, I start going down these rabbit holes on certain years when I'm looking into, like, our music posts, our music segments. And this one just struck me. I love the variety of these top 5 albums from 1996. There's a ton of variety here. And each one of these albums actually, well, most of these albums actually impacted me pretty heavily.
I mean, from 96 was a huge, like our age at that
That's right.
time was, we were very
15 and
influenced.
16, yeah.
It was very influential to us.
Yeah, this is when you were feeling like an adult, and this is when gaming was actually, we just covered some
Yep.
games of 1996 too.
I really like when we break down a year.
Yeah, it's
know what I
fun.
mean?
Yeah, we used to do that a lot. We should do that more.
Because I
so.
think when you're in it at the time, you don't really get to appreciate how cool certain years were.
Right, and this one right here is no exception. This year was amazing,
It's
y'all.
a banger.
Let's get right into it. Number 5, y'all, Beck's Odelay. This album right here, y'all. Beck is literally the walking embodiment of 90s music when I think about what the 90s sounds like, in all the different aspects and influences that came out of the 90s. He is like a Frankenstein of the 90s,
He
if
is.
that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine someone stuck Beastie Boys, Bob Dylan, in a thrift store in a blender. Well, that's Beck, and that's this album, actually, Odelay. The hits on it. The hits on,
definitely is.
yeah. Beck is so cool. I love everything about Beck. I still love his music.
You were like, what the fuck is this?
But at the time, this was like, whoa. And Where It's At is the biggest hit from this album. And
It's
that
still a hit.
song, God, I listened
still
to
a
it
hit.
today. Like, all the stuff that's on this list, I went back and listened to, and some of it I still listen to anyway. But I went back and really gave this Odelay a good listen, and man, the production is amazing. The way he's blending everything perfectly. I'm not sure if he gets enough credit for the genre blending that he was able to pull off and make it a commercial success, because Where It's At, dude, has all kinds of shit going on in it. You know, it's like, what is this?
That's what I'm saying.
And
he had his own thing, bro.
And it crossed over on the radio. You know, it really stayed in constant rotation on like alt rock radio and made him like a, you know, one of the kings at the time of alternative rock radio. Sure. Odelay won 2 Grammys, which I think is amazing because of the heavy radio play that he got. It just, you know, everybody started tuning into it, and you're like, whoa, this album is actually a banger.
Yeah, he got
all
his
of
flowers.
But Where It's At, y'all, two turntables and a microphone.
That
like that,
shit
come on, man.
slaps.
Another banger on there is Devil's Haircut. Great song. And at the time, you know, in a world that was ruled by like gangster rap and all the
like, we were listening to UGK and this,
all the rap beefs that were going on between Biggie and Tupac at the time were happening, and Beck drops Odelay and he's like, y'all gonna listen to your boy. So yeah, Beck's Odelay, y'all.
Banger.
All right, and then we gotta do this. Number 4, y'all, the Fugees, The Score. You know, and you could argue, you know, when you see the rest of the list, you could argue that The Score is, you know, one of the best hip hop albums ever made, and no one's gonna argue that. They're gonna be like, "You're right, it really is." This was a rare mix of hip hop, reggae, and soul that blended together to make a masterpiece. I mean, this album's incredible. Hits were "Killing Me Softly," "Ready or Not," "Fuji Law,"
Fire.
And Cowboys is one of my personal favorites. And Ready or Not, just that sample is ridiculous.
It's one of those, like, they made their new genre that you couldn't ever duplicate again.
The album was so good that it literally, you know, halted the next step for the Fugees. You know what I mean? It was just so massive. It's like, how do you follow this up?
You can't.
And this clearly launched Lauryn Hill into the stratosphere as far as her being a global icon. She was just incredible on this album, singing, "Killing Me Softly," and then like the bars she was dropping.
Unbelievable.
Next level bars, one of the dopest female rappers of all time. And I think because her body of work isn't like vast, that she gets left out of like the top couple conversations, but she's always on the list, you know. And it also, this solidified Wyclef as a hit maker.
He definitely was a hit maker.
And his production style, you know, you could hear a track and be like, Wyclef did that.
Yep.
And yeah, so after this, I mean, he has a massive list of stuff he was involved in. And yeah. Album sold over 17 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling hip-hop albums ever. It's got to be, you know, I don't know. I haven't. That's a bit we could do, best-selling hip-hop albums of all time. I guarantee this one's probably top 5.
17.
And yeah, it made like conscious rap listenable for people that didn't really grow up with the New York style of like conscious rap. You know, that were more West Coast and down South hip hop fans. When you would hear this, you know, you're like, damn, I fuck with that, you know, but it's conscious at the same time for the most part. You know, they got loose a few times, and it never was like preachy or anything like that. You could party and reflect at the same time, if you know what I'm saying.
You could jam down the street with this with just you and a buddy, or play it at a party and it worked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was high quality hip hop music right here, y'all. What'd y'all think of the Fugees, y'all?
That's a cool album cover too.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Come on.
Well, hey, we're live. Y'all gotta deal with it live.
Come on, man.
Hey. Number 3, y'all. Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt.
Great.
This right here, look, at the time, this wasn't as appreciated as looking back on it is now. But this is what introduced Jay-Z. This was his mafioso rap debut. It was slick, cinematic, and hustler approved for sure. even if it took years to get the love it deserved, hits on this one are Can't Knock the Hustle, Dead Presidents 2, and there's a bunch of other bangers on there. I was listening to it today. I was like, yup. But, you know, I'm not going to lie. This one at the time didn't necessarily catch me the way that it could have. I didn't become like a real Jay-Z fan until a few years later. Like,
that's what I think that's why I missed it.
Yeah, I didn't get on my Jay-Z until, you know, 98-ish. 99 is when I was really checking into Jay-Z.
Me too.
But this one right here, it planted the seeds for Jay-Z to become one of our GOATs. And like I said, it did not chart high at the time, but is now considered one of the greatest rap albums ever. It's like a slow burn classic, you know what I mean? And this was released nearly 30 years ago. All of these were.
Yep.
We're coming up on the 30-year anniversary next year, so yeah, Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. You can't deny Jay-Z.
No, you can't. But I liked when you when somebody get big and then you go back.
Oh yeah,
and check shit out.
We're gonna cover a Bone album that we did that on. We went back.
You're like, damn, they was good before they got big.
But I was early on it though. I was early going back on that Bone. Remember I said that, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then here, let me get my.
God, I love this album,
dude. Come on, y'all. Number 2, Rage Against the Machine's Evil Empire, also released in 1996, y'all.
Bro,
come on,
Rage
man.
did something to me.
One of my favorite bands of all time. I've said it from time to time again.
It stands the test of time to me.
All of their music does.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's not a time where I can't listen to this whole album and never turn a song.
That's right. Maybe, you know, we might want to double back on that standing the test of time as far as like some political angles, because I'm not really sure about that. But when I listen to it, I don't even listen to it with that political angle in mind. I'm listening to some like this beautiful fucking heavy rap rock type shit that launched a whole genre.
I feel like we need it now.
Oh, it'd be
I'm
so
trying
good.
to take over now. Like, I feel like it does stand the test of time for me.
Oh, does
like
it? I mean, it could.
When
I
listen to the songs and their way, they're just so
expressing
angry.
themselves.
Yeah, I love it, bro.
Yeah,
I feel
me
like
too.
the world needs more of it now.
Bro, Killing in the Name of, which was not on this album. We got to stay on track here, but I love Killing in the Name of.
That's one of my favorite songs.
I
of
love
all time.
Sleep Now with the Fire, the little instrumental break right before he comes back in and he's screaming and Tom Morello's like, I love that.
I don't think that you could get much better as a band and their lyrics and their whole movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think you can get better.
This is the only band that made you want to mosh and overthrow the government at the same
100%.
time. You know what I'm saying? And hits up. We gotta right the ship. Well, we gotta get back to Evil Empire. Bulls on Parade.
Fire.
Dude, when you heard that for the first time, wait a minute.
I didn't know what it was.
No, wrong song. It's
Yeah. Dude, I didn't know you could make me get this crazy.
I know. I didn't know music could make me feel that way,
bro. I love Rage, bro.
dude.
I like that you can just call him Rage.
Yeah, and everyone knows. Yeah. But hey, this shit was so good that it was like anti-radio, anti-government.
Yep.
It was so dope. It got mad radio play. Bulls on Parade, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing Bulls on Parade. Another hit on the album, or another banger on the album, is Vietnam.
Yep.
Great song.
That's it. Think of the name too, though.
Evil Empire.
No, the name of the band.
Oh, Rage Against the Machine.
What a fucking cool name.
It's amazing.
Their name is political.
This album went triple platinum. So,
of course it did.
But and you know, this really solidified that Rage was actually here to stay. You know, when they dropped another banger like this, it's like, okay, iconic band for the rest of time.
I'm glad that's number 2.
Number 2, that's right. And here we go, y'all. Here we go. See, I'm gonna make y'all wait a second. What could it possibly be? Think about 1996. What was the biggest
album? I don't think
album?
I've seen anybody post it.
I've been people talking about albums in 1996. And this is a hard one. Listen, I understand. 1996, you're going to have your specific shit that you were into, specific music you were listening to at the time. What this is based on is like cultural impact, sales,
Deviant, you son of a bitch.
Stuff like that. What do you say?
Of course, he guessed.
Oh, did he guess? Okay. So, Number one, y'all. Tupac Shakur's All Eyez on Me, released in 1996 on the iconic Death Row Records, y'all.
This motherfucker, this didn't come out of my player.
Bro, look, I was thinking about it. I remember putting All Eyez on Me in for the first time.
Me too.
And what's the very first thing you hear? Dum 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 dum. My ambitions of a rider.
That's my favorite
that
song.
feeling right there of hearing that for the first time in the ride is unmatched.
Unmatched.
Hearing my ambitions of a rider.
For some reason,
Come
like,
on.
this album lives so long to me. I remember having it on tape and CD.
That's right. It did not come out. And on top of that, a double disc.
Yep.
This shit was a double disc.
Both sides were bangers.
Tupac had been in prison. And soon as he got out, he recorded this album in 2 weeks.
And literally he set the world on fire.
Dude, 2 weeks, which I didn't even realize. I guess I heard that somewhere, but I didn't realize. That blew me away that this album was crafted in 2 weeks. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, hip-hop, New York hip-hop heads, which I love New York hip-hop, Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang and all that shit. I love those groups. But people that are strictly, like, married to New York hip-hop do not give Tupac and this album the recognition he deserves, because clearly this is recognized with a lot of us as being one of the best albums of all time and a masterpiece to us, but it gets shunned from a certain community within hip-hop.
I don't see how.
I'm here to tell you, in my opinion, there was no better storyteller than Tupac. No better storyteller. Not Biggie, not anybody else. When it came to like painting pictures with his words over hip-hop beats, Tupac was a master at it. I'm telling you, Dear Mama, I mean, that is a beautiful piece of art. You know what I'm saying? There's so many songs like it, but that wasn't even on here.
No, that wasn't even on here.
This is when he came out.
Hey, Deviant said 28 songs and only one skip.
Shit, I don't even know. Maybe.
That's a compliment.
I know it is. I was debating that one skip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, let's get into a little bit about the album. For real, gold standard when it comes to 90s gangster rap coming out of California.
Just banger on banger on banger.
You know, I feel like this may have been the actual peak of 90s gangster rap. Like after this, I don't think anything quite lived up to it. You know, this was it.
Agree.
And yeah, signed right out of prison, dropped a double album that only took him 2 weeks to record. It had hits like California Love, Ambitions as a Rider, How Do You Want It, America's Most Wanted, and my favorite, Shorty Wanna Be a Thug.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Bro.
Shorty Wanna Be a Thug is a banger. But dude, 11 million records right here. Sold 11 million records.
That's wild.
California Love, though, wasn't just a song. It was like a whole West Coast commercial with a Mad Max music video.
Bro.
It's so true.
When Tupac comes on in that song,
yeah,
I think that's like the highlight of his career.
Oh, yeah.
Like how he comes to that song.
He came out. That was an incredible way to come out.
Like that like just him talking about coming in just from jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm back, motherfuckers.
Dude, that video
is wild.
Is awesome.
It is. It's literally awesome.
I think I formed more memories about Mad Max from that video than actually Mad Max.
I love that they did it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love Mad Max, though.
I do too.
But hey, I'll tell you one thing about this album. Every party that I went to, this whole album was playing.
That's right. Yeah.
Every fucking party.
Yeah.
From 96 to 99.
Dude.
This was playing.
It did not come out. It did not come
serious.
out. And then, unfortunately, 7 months after this was released, Tupac was infamously gunned down in Las Vegas.
Can you believe that?
And passed away, y'all.
This legendary album.
He only got to see 7 months of its success.
And we're still talking about it.
And he even hit him up. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he passed away like 5. We've talked about it, like 5 months after he dropped that, or maybe even 2.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's crazy.
God.
How this album and this hit and then the beef is ultimately took him and Biggie from us.
All eyes on me.
But I think I've seen in recent years Tupac slipping a little further back in those top 5 lists. He used to be widely considered number 1 by a lot of people. Now he's in the top 5, sometimes 5, 4, like that. For me, I got to put him top 2.
Yeah,
top
I like
2.
how they say he's not a good lyrical rapper.
Dude, he is.
But to me,
he is.
The storytelling is, to me, more cool than how cool you are as a lyricist. I guess that's just your personal preference.
That's right.
Like, some people like the witty, clever, little, lyricist type angles.
Yeah.
Eminem's and, Kendrick's and
Jay-Z's even.
But, like, to me, I'd rather hear a story.
That's right.
It's just me.
I don't know. To me, it defines what an artist is. Like he was a true definition of an artist. He wasn't
like, oh, he wasn't gangster. I don't give a fuck what he was.
I don't care. Man was making
the same thing away about Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what he was.
Yeah,
dude was a genius.
Yeah,
at music, he good at one thing.
That's right. That's right. Tupac could really make some just super heartfelt shit, and then he could also make some absolute just gutter shit that I loved. I mean, hit him up.
Don't care.
Come on.
All these songs I can listen to right now.
That's right. That's right. But there it is, y'all.
Number 1.
Number 1 album of 1996. Tupac's All Eyes on Me.
Great name for an album.
It really is.
And knowing that they're all gonna be
and they really were.
They were.
Because he was hot before he went into prison.
Yep.
Before he was on death row, he had dropped some bangers.
It made him bigger.
He was buzzing.
All Eyes on Me is a perfect name.
All right, man. There it is. Let me. That's the top shit of 1996. Let's get that boy off there.
Fire.
All right. What do you want to do, Will? What do you want to do? Well, how long we been going?
You gonna do any calls?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is an impromptu pop up Sunday.
I know it.
Sunday. Podcast. So I don't know. Maybe we'll take guys in the Discord. I know Deviant and Joey probably have a Tammy bit prepared. Maybe, I don't know. But listen, y'all save that for the next real
Aunt
live.
Tammy gotta call in.
Okay, if I'm gonna take 2 calls. If Aunt Tammy makes it through, then she makes it through, y'all.
Damn, he ain't even going from the Discord.
I can't because it takes too long.
You're right.
And this is just like an impromptu thing. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? Let's see. Let's see if it's open.
Joey said next time.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine a world where Pac, he lived his whole life.
Let's see.
You know what I think? I've talked about this before on the pod.
What's that?
That if Tupac lived, I think he'd be one of the biggest actors we know of.
Yeah, you have talked about it.
Yeah, I believe that wholeheartedly.
All right, here, I'm turning the phone line on, y'all.
He said, oh, Tammy fell asleep. She's in bed.
Okay, cool.
She passed out with cigarette burning. This motherfucking burned her finger.
Hey, so I don't even know. Let's see what happens, y'all.
You remember this is funny, I gotta say it. You remember how much furniture had burn marks in it?
Oh, my God.
When we were kids?
All of it.
Like, every single chair or couch or anything from back then had a burn mark from a cigarette in it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Tables. Motherfucker sheets.
Tables had burns all in them.
See a sheet in the wash and it had holes in it.
You already know.
Why is that? As she burned.
Let me see, dude. I don't know.
It's funny to me, bro.
I don't know if the phone line is working. I can't tell.
You said the phone line number graphic is disgusting.
I know.
That's because Tuck did it.
No, listen. Let me tell you why I didn't change it. So my wife could make a dope one. I could actually make a dope one. But somebody said that it reminds them of the like a local call-in show.
It does, because it's terrible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
It's even more Wayne and Garth vibes. You know what I'm saying?
You should have it scrolling at the bottom, like an infomercial. You know what I mean?
I for sure
like down at the bottom, just have it scrolling.
I'm for sure going to do that. But I think we need to get a real phone because
oh my God.
I think I I think I broke it, guys.
And have people have to wait
oh,
for it.
No, I just turned it back
caller.
on. I literally just turned it on, so there's a call
God.
coming through. Here we go. Wait a second. Give me a second, y'all. All right.
Let's go.
To accept, press 1.
All right, here we go. Hey, you're live on Super Retro. Who we talking to?
What's up? It's Jesse.
Jesse.
Olsen. How are you?
Hey, Jesse
What's
Olsen.
up?
I know
What's
this
up,
name. You're
dude?
one of our YouTube members, right?
Yeah. One of the OGs.
Yes,
Knucklehead,
sir.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Let me give you one.
Little knucklehead motherfucker.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's up, dog?
So, I usually work Saturday, so I always miss the live, so it was cool you did it Sunday. So I
Oh,
figured I'd
cool.
call in,
Hell yeah.
tell
Nice.
you guys that's what's up, Yeah, hospitality is hard, dude. You're always there on Saturdays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
That's the
for
prime
sure.
day.
That's prime day. So I was calling in because I wanted to see if you guys remember something. So you were talking about decks, like the Dolphin deck, the Pioneer Dolphin deck, right?
Oh, yeah,
Do
yeah,
you guys
yeah.
remember? Do you guys remember the Eclipse decks, the ones that supposedly you key a CD that would be the thing that would make it work? Do you know if that ever really worked? Or do you know what I'm talking about? They were called Eclipse decks.
And you could do a CB. What'd you say? Say it again.
So the CD, you could set a CD that would be like the key to the deck. So if somebody stole your deck and they didn't have that CD, they wouldn't be able to hook it up.
Yeah. I do remember these, but I never had one or anything like that. I remember seeing these in the store, and I actually think my buddy Jimmy had one of these. I don't know
if it ever really worked.
Yeah, I
like,
wonder
what
if
happens if it was just like, what if it was the Chronic? Everybody had the Chronic. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just throw it in.
That's right. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about a blast? That's the type of shit that's
It was
buried
like a
way
myth
back.
to me. I didn't know.
That's awesome, dude. You just unlocked some shit for me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about when you were talking about the Dolphin decks. I was like, I know this dude Ryan had one that was the Eclipse decks, and supposedly, and his shit got stolen anyway, so it didn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Of course it did. Everybody's radio or stereos back in the day got stolen. You just dealt with it.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
part of the 90s.
Yep.
All right,
and
Jesse.
Shout out to Deviant for telling me to do the upgrade on the website because I couldn't figure it out on my phone, so I went to the 64-bit.
Man, thanks,
Oh,
dude.
I've been
dude.
trying for like 2 months, trying to go from 16. I couldn't figure it out on the phone, so I just
Deviant's
went
the
to
man, dude.
desktop.
That's awesome. Mate, have you Will has a master list, but have
Yep.
you ever sent us your sizes or anything?
No, well, I got the sweatsuit before, but I'll send it over.
I have,
I
yeah.
just
Yeah.
did it right now during the live. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Email us if you don't mind. We'll make sure to get you
I have it
a
all,
free
though.
shirt out, okay?
Yeah.
A free Madball
All
shirt.
right, appreciate you guys.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Appreciate
All right.
you, Jesse.
Hey, much
Of
love,
course,
man.
have a
Thank
good
you
one.
for calling
Hey,
in.
Hey, glad you found the cat, dude.
Hey, I
Walker's
appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot, for real. Thank you. Have a good one, Jesse.
All right.
All right.
Texas
Well,
Ranger.
come on, man. That was an amazing call.
Yeah.
Do
I
we-
love the calls.
All right, let's see.
I love that the number's still on the screen.
I know. I just left it up. I'm gonna turn it on. We'll take one more call. If it doesn't ring soon, we're gonna move on because we've been on here for a while.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
More.
So I'm just turning it on. Let's see if it doesn't ring in the next 20 seconds. We're gonna turn it off. But it's been a great show, Will.
It has.
Anything? I know I saw some green over there. I kept seeing green, and I think that's when somebody
Oh, yeah.
signs up or.
It definitely happened. There's some wild shit over here.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. We
focused more on the
wouldn't be
pod.
shit without you guys, and this goes out to all of you,
Little knucklehead motherfucker.
Man, I
every
love
single
it.
one of you.
Little knucklehead motherfucker.
All right, I think I am messing up the making the phone line eligible because I can see phone calls coming in that aren't ringing for some reason. So, hey, little operator error there. I think we'll go ahead and.
It was a good one call.
That was a great one call. Let's see. Call. Okay, now we should be good. All right, y'all. That's the show. Thank you for rocking with us as always. Make sure you check out our sponsors, Salty Water, y'all.
Let's go.
And, keep sending them receipts to us, y'all, and pictures of, hey, seriously, try it out. We drink it my kids drink one every single day. I drink one almost every day. It's just, this shit is pure B vitamins, sodium, potassium, magnesium, zinc, Taurine, no sugar, no caffeine, no carbonation, no gluten, no dyes. It's sweetened with stevia leaf.
You know what I like?
What?
I like that I don't have to lie.
What do you mean?
That it's awesome.
Me too. Me too. You know, it packs a lot of flavor, and it's really cool, man.
It's good.
It's really cool that hey, they just keep sending us packages with salties in them.
And we keep crushing them.
Oh, man. And I definitely keep crushing them. We are super appreciative for our sponsor, Salty Water. Y'all should check them out. DrinkSaltyWater.com.
Let's go try one out.
And, you know, I know some people maybe some people in the chat are talking about.
Oh, yeah, the winner. Deviant, you motherfucker. He's our producer.
Yeah.
The question.
Oh, well, we're gonna skip that, and I'll explain that later. That'll be next week. We'll have a new trivia question for you guys next week. New Salty Water trivia question.
Are you gonna do the winner?
And the winner.
Okay.
We'll also announce the winner. So, but we'll notify you guys.
Because I got a new question. Damn it.
Well, we'll notify you guys the winner of the last trivia question tomorrow on the episode 55. Was it? Yeah, it was 55. So we'll notify you guys soon. So, I mean, that's really it, y'all. SuperRetroPod.com, SuperRetroPod@gmail. Follow us on all the socials. Hey, seriously, give us a rating on Spotify or Apple.
It's fun to be in those.
Because, you know,
charts.
it helps us get on those charts and shit like that. So it's just really fun, man. We're
I want to show people that so bad.
having a blast. We have a surprise sitting right over
I
here
hate it.
that we are going to announce soon. We're just waiting on another package, and we're going to announce our first real collaboration with another brand.
Some collabs are in the works, boys and girls.
And this one just made so much sense. It's been highly requested from people, and we've never come through on it, so we're making it happen. But again, remember, Mad Balls t-shirt. Tomorrow morning, I'm dropping that link for all of the YouTube members. If y'all want it, go get it. If not, it's all good. You're already YouTube members, and we appreciate y'all. And then that link will be public just a couple days after this podcast release. That's all I got, man.
Yeah.
That's all I got. We love y'all. And, you know, until next time, y'all.
We'll be here. Keep it retro.
Super Retro. Super Retro.